versus Brazil. Round number 1 coming up.
Gallo is a kicker. Watch the low kick. They come fast and they come in plenty.
And I've got to say, this is oh, good right hand right away by Oliveira. He's coming storming out.
That was a beautiful first shot to start the fight, right on the chin.
Oliveira jump-starting this thing early in round number 1, catching Gallo sleeping a little bit at the early part of that. Oliveira with a knockdown.
I was about to say Oliveira's a much better puncher than he is a kicker, and that's what Gallo's really got to watch out for.
Oliveira really seizing the opportunity here, because Gallo had predicted the knockout, but Oliveira is the one who's taking care of business.
Gallo's getting hit hard with that right hand.
When he said his nickname is Badass, he certainly meant it, and there's another knockdown. Oh, 2 in 1 round. One more, Frank. This fight
is over.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. He's got almost 2 minutes left. Nice angles by Oliveira, slipping out underneath that tie plum and throwing good counter shots, first to the body and then the head.
It's the right hand of Oliveira that's done all the damage thus far here in round number 1.
We talked about that right hand. He should bang it to the body, come up with the hook. He's really got Gallo hurt here.
Oliveira standing right in the pocket, waiting for his opening, and he's got Gallo hurt again. Oh, Gallo went right down onto his head.
Is that a head throw?
That was improvisation.
That was impressive. Leads with the right, Oliveira does, just right down the pipe. He's hitting Gallo every shot.
1 minute left in this first round, and Oliveira is going for the quick knockout. Head kick by Gallo, it was blocked though.
He's one more knockdown. He can get out of here early.
Gallo has to be careful with his reserve tank. He's really trying to get that 3rd knockdown.
Gallo looks just out of it. He's still throwing though. Pops that straight right, followed by an inside leg kick.
Coming forward, I would have to say that Oliveira has to be very, very careful not to spend all of his gas here in round number 1. 20 seconds left. It's been all Oliveira, landing the right hand over and over again.
Oliveira's got to set up more than just that right hand. He can't just keep winging that right hand out there. Taking a look at the replay, I mean, all Oliveira here, beautiful short right that shook the chin of Gallo, dropped him right to the canvas. All Oliveira, he's finding the range, he's letting his hands go. Gallo just does not have an answer for it right now, except for to cover up and kind of hide. He landed a little left kind of glancing blow there, but all the power shots have been landed by Jonathan Oliveira, and they have been right on the chin of Gallo.
Oliveira really piercing through those stiff arm shields of Gallo to land that punch there, that straight right hand, and it caught Gallo so many times. 10-7 round across the board. If this fight should go the distance, it's going to be a huge deficit to overcome. You know, Gallo's got to get some knockdowns, minimum.
And he's only got 2 more knockdowns in the entire fight.
Right, exactly. But he's got to score some knockdowns on Oliveira to make this a competitive fight, otherwise he's going to lose this decision. See how much reserve Oliveira has after that blistering first round.
He did put a lot into trying to get that knockout.
He did, because it was interesting when he went back to his corner, he was draping across the ropes, clearly showing signs of fatigue.
This is where Gallo wants to be, kicking at range, covering the kicks with punches. I think you're right, Stephen. I think Oliveira blew his load. I think he's tired.
Yeah, he did. He threw so many punches, especially in that last minute or two.
Oh, beautiful inside leg kick that tripped Oliveira right to his knees.
The body language is not looking good right now for Oliveira. Look, he's huffing and puffing. Oliveira's got to get a second win here. Oliveira's going to probably go down if he doesn't get a second win here. He's going to be a punching bag.
Well, we talked about this being the kicker versus the puncher, and the kicker's coming back.
Oliveira leaning forward with his hands on his knees, fatigued.
Outside kick, inside kick. It's 1-2.
This is a complete reversal of round number 1, where Oliveira is now the punching bag. Gallo stalking forward, Oliveira not offering anything in the way of offense.
Kicks. Yeah, he's just waiting for that big right hand now. Got no jab to cover it. Gallo's really coming on now.
To be fair, this was a short notice fight for both gentlemen. Oliveira taking the low kicks right on the thigh, and that's going to really appreciate later in this fight.
Oh
no.
Big old knee.
I think they're ruling it a low blow. It was right on the belt line.
It was close. It might have been a lucky break for Oliveira. He needed a rest.
It's a big break for him. But Gallo will recover as well. Oliveira is so close to winning by stoppage in that first round. It slipped out of his hands. And now he's on the... Oh, there's that right hand by Oliveira.
Oh, that little bit of rest. Put some chi back in him. He's going.
Exactly.
When he was working angles, though, he was so much better with the striking. When Oliveira was tucking, turning the angle, so much better with the hands.
Oliveira really, really running on empty here. He's happy to have that clinch. We have a 3-second clinch rule here in Glory.
No hugging in Glory. You fight for glory.
20 seconds left and seconds left.
Gallo really catching his second wind here, while Oliveira is still fading. 10 seconds left. Gallo surely won this round. I would have to say we're getting into a situation where Gallo still needs to do some serious damage and get some knockdowns to get back into this fight.
Yeah, he definitely took that round, but he's still in a hole.
We're here at the XL Arena in London, England for Glory 5.
And Nicola Galla is feeling his oats now, really getting his kicking game on. Look at that inside kick. Just takes the legs out from Oliveira. He's doing a great job in chopping out the base of that puncher, because there'll be no more power in those hands or movement in those legs when Gallo's done with them. Just continuous, well-timed leg kicks. He's covering the kicks with punches, finishing with those chopping leg kicks that are just going to take the wheels up underneath Oliveira.
But for the most part, it seemed like Gallo didn't land that many significant punches.
Not too many, but he got good kicks on. Obviously, running around with a 10-9 point score, but I don't know. I think he needs some knockdowns or a knockout if he's going to finish this.
Yeah, because he's still behind by 2 points. Gallo probably should go to the body here.
Yeah, I think he bangs the body, because Oliveira is just going to do that peekaboo stance and look for that big right hand.
Yeah, because Oliveira can probably last this thing out if he doesn't go to the Gallo doesn't go to the body. Gallo's going to the leg and the head.
Stay on the leg and hit that body.
And the headshots aren't that damaging.
Uh-oh, there we saw some instability in the legs, Oliveira.
Yep. It's a smart move to go for the clinch for Oliveira.
Oh, the Brazilian is just gassed.
That leg is going to be toast tomorrow.
He's still standing, though. Technically, he's still winning.
Gallo is throwing technical punches, but he needs to load up a little bit. Now, like that right hand. He landed a really clean right hand to Oliveira's jaw. It's the low kick, though, that is winning this round for Gallo. The body punches. Oh, that was directly.
That one was low.
Directly on the low area. Ouch. Second low blow of the fight for Oliveira. He doesn't take. There's another low blow, there's going to be a point taken away. And Gallo cannot afford that whatsoever. As a matter of fact, he's got to get a knockdown here, otherwise this is probably going to be, at minimum, a draw fight.
Halfway there, he's got a minute 30 left.
Yeah.
That inside leg kick is just tremendous.
I can see that Gallo is programmed to end his punch combinations with a knee or a kick. I think he should go flat-footed and go for punches.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Steven. I just think all the fight has gone out of Oliveira. I just think he's in there trying to survive.
Yeah.
And I like that idea of a body shot, too. Rip that body up.
If Oliveira can do some damage here, because Gallo is leaving himself a little bit open, some opening for Oliveira, but Oliveira too tired to capitalize. There's Oliveira with an attempt to get things started. 45 seconds left here in round number 3, which may or may not be the final round, because if it goes to a draw after 3 rounds, we will have a sudden death overtime 4th round.
And Gallo's corner should be yelling at him like crazy, because this is the time to make a finish, go for a finish, go for a knockdown.
He's got to dig to the body.
Yeah, rip that body, hook the head.
But I'm telling you, that first round took it out of him. It really did, because getting knocked down twice, that probably took away his punching power.
Oliveira's still got power in his punches. They're just far and few in between now.
Both men running on empty here at the end of round number 3. Will it be a draw? Did Gallo do enough? Did the reserve that Oliveira built up early be enough?
Well, Gallo was brilliant with his knees, inside kicks. Here we saw Oliveira get a little bit shaky. I thought he might be going down, but I think his legs were just getting a little tired, getting a little chopped up. And look at the combination of punch, punch, inside kick, punch, punch, outside kick. Gallo, just what a beautiful combination of punching and kicking strikes. Oliveira came on very strong in the beginning, rocked him, dropped him, but totally gassed himself out and became a punching bag, where Gallo was just teeing off on him. Here's a beautiful short uppercut to right.
What happens when you roll the dice like he did, meaning Oliveira, in that first round? We're going to find out now. Looks like we have a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, our 5 judges have scored the bout with a total of 140 to 135 in favor of the winner. In the red corner, Jonathan Malopero Oliveira.
Wow. It was really close, Frank.
That was really close.
That could have been a draw round. Oliveira, man, he's going to learn from this. Actually, Gallo's going to learn as well. I see a rematch down the line for these gentlemen. They really brought it here.
I think there should be a rematch. That was a very well-matched fight. And yeah, I mean, it could have gone either way. You know, if he could have got Oliveira down, if he could have hurt him, knocked him down, it would have made the difference.
Oliveira is going to sleep well tonight, though, because he was so, that second round, when he leaned forward and put his hands on his knees, like, wait.
That's when you know you're tired.
You know, it's like saying, can we have a timeout here? But unfortunately, there's no timeouts here in glory. Okay, that was a great fight. Oliveira takes it with a very, very close decision after 3.
And now for the second fight. Reese McAllister versus Tim Thomas.
I'm Tim TNT Thomas. Got my nickname for my explosive hands. My name is Reese McAllister. I'm young, I'm fit, I'm hungry for the fight.
Reese has got long legs, quite tall, so I just have to try and keep out of his reach. I've got big right hand, so he's looking for the big knockout.
I'm going to be Tim's toughest opponent to date.
Fighting in London is going to be great.
Tim's a local boy, it was only me and him in the ring.
Dad's Lads McAllister. He's a very young talent from northeastern England and just turned 21 years old, and his background is Muay Thai. And in my opinion, Reese McAllister is technically one of England's greatest kickboxers.
Yeah, and watch the leg kicks and also watch the inside kick and the round kick to the head.
In the red corner from England,
Tim TNT Thomas. We've seen him here in glory before. As a matter of fact, last fight he had was against Robin van Roosmalen. Didn't go too well for him, and he decided to drop back down to his native weight of 65 kilos, stopping off here at 67 kilos to have a tangle with Reese McAllister.
Yeah, they call him TNT because he literally has dynamite in his right hand. Watch him to throw it, watch him to try to set it up with inside kicks. He's got great footwork and evasive strike. In his last fight, he said he was messed up. He wasn't there. He's 100% here tonight.
All right, fans, here we go. This bout features glory
McAllister
kickboxing
is
in the
younger by
lightweight
8 years
division
than
with
Joyce.
scheduled three-minute rounds. Introducing you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing white trunks with black trim, he weighed in at 66.5 kilograms. With a record of 35 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw, he has 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the Muay Thai lightweight standout from County Durham, England, introducing Dad's Lad, Reese McAllister. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black and red trunks. He weighed in at 65.8 kilograms. His record stands at 57 wins, 13 losses, and 2 draws, with 32 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former ISKA Muay Thai welterweight champion from Bedford, England, Tim TNT Thomas. Once again, a referee in charge, now to give instructions, Mufadel El Ghazaoui.
No elbow, no adverts, no pins, okay? Check hand, good luck.
Dad's Lad versus TNT. England versus England. As you said at the head of the show, Frank, street credibility is on the line here.
Yes, sir.
Interesting thing is that TNT Thomas, who came out with a good low kick there, said that he believed that McAllister was as dangerous as Van Roosmalen.
McAllister came out throwing big right hands. He said he really needs to watch out for that from Thomas. Watch the right hand, step out of the way. Uh-oh.
There's that right low kick by TNT Thomas, answered back by McAllister. Will it be a tit-for-tat fight? Because many times these Muay Thai stylists, they give and take in a bout. A lot of respect. I'm seeing a very similar style employed by both gentlemen.
Yeah, these guys seem to know each other's game here.
Yeah.
And have about the same style.
That leg check is going to keep TNT Thomas honest. Because when you throw a low kick like that and you shield it the way McAllister did, that hurts the kicker, not the kickee. There it is again.
Ow.
See what I mean?
Call that a stiff check. It's like kicking the wall. Looks like McAllister led with his head on that one.
A lot of good sportsmanship. Tim Thomas is not afraid to have rivalries. He's had wars of words with Albert Kraus and other athletes as well. But there's no bad blood whatsoever. This is simply a sporting contest for both men. Nice body kick by Thomas.
Made him pay for it. Still that hurt.
McAllister's trying to catch that kick, but unfortunately, when you do the catch like that, you still take the impact of the kick to the ribs.
Yeah, those kicks are landing. Well placed and well timed.
There's a good push kick to the belly of Thomas. Thomas answering back with a right roundhouse kick.
See McAllister with a little bit of foot switch. Trying to mix it up, find a way inside.
That was a beautiful left hook right to the breadbasket because Thomas turned, hit him almost on the solar plexus.
Oh, nice.
Thomas doing damage with the kicks, but McAllister's starting to find his range, especially with that body punch.
And punching with surprising power, McAllister is. I thought the power edge would definitely swing in Thomas's favor.
There it is, end of round number one. A close one to be sure.
Well, the round started with a little bit of feeling out. There was some toes in the chest of Tim Thomas, but they went right at it, looking for range, trying to feel each other out, and it wasn't a soft feeling out process. They were banging on each other's shins, banging on each other's legs.
They really were, and I think one of the things about this fight, because as we discussed earlier, they're both Muay Thai technicians, it's who can out Muay Thai the other guy.
Right, and we got Reese McAllister leading this round, and I agree with that.
I agree with it as well. He landed the cleaner shots. Thomas landed good kicks to the body, but he didn't do the damage. And Thomas's footwork was rattled a few times by the kicks and punches of Reese McAllister. So McAllister, in the black and white, takes round number one.
Comes out again, McAllister swinging for the fences.
Yeah. Catching the kick and blasting away to the body on the inside. McAllister does the better work. Other than the right roundhouse kick, Thomas is not putting together any offense as far as combinations are concerned. Oh!
Grazed the chin of Tim Thomas.
That would have been a big problem had it landed full force.
And Stephen, you're right about the combinations. He's one shot and a two shot and only got that round kick so far. When he was doing body work, I liked what he was doing. And I think McAllister shut him down when he started picking up his foot, counter punching.
I'll tell you, McAllister's defense against the low kick is impeccable. And I think Thomas is just forgetting about trying to kick him on the leg.
Probably hurt his leg a few times.
Exactly. No, he did in the first round from that check right there again.
Oh, McAllister coming in deep for a leg chop.
McAllister definitely pushing the action. He was going to go for another jump, another flying knee.
We talked about the height and reach advantage for McAllister. He's definitely put it to play here. Right hand landing flush.
McAllister ordinarily fights at 70 kilos. Didn't mind dropping down 3 kilos to face Thomas, who's, you know, a very well-respected UK fighter. Thomas slowly moving down, as I said before, to 65 kilos, but it's not going well for him thus far.
Oh.
Good. Nice straight right.
Dynamite on
Tim
the chin.
Thomas. Exactly.
McAllister just hooked him back for it.
Look at that. Fake right kick, left kick.
Beautiful.
McAllister's such a fluid technician.
Don't
That's the
throw
knee to the
around.
butt.
Don't
Got a
throw
little
around,
bit rough there.
Fight.
But seriously. There's the catch and the left hook and the right hand by McAllister. Backing Thomas up once again.
Oh. Yeah, McAllister got great defense and counter-striking.
He's really starting to anticipate Thomas's attacks, especially with the leg.
Fight.
Honestly, I think Thomas needs to forget about Muay Thai and just turn this into a brawl.
I think you're right.
He needs to find the chin of McAllister because right now, a technical fight like this is not serving him well. And Thomas is fading here.
He's taking a lot of damage.
Good right hand by McAllister. McAllister didn't have to do much else but smile and touch gloves because he planted Tim Thomas back in his own corner.
He beat him right into his own corner. That's what I'm talking about. Much like I alluded to when I read the stats, they seem to favor McAllister tonight. He's using that range, the catch kick, the counter punch. He's really just outclassing Tim Thomas right now. Thomas by no means is out of this fight. His legs are getting where he's getting beat on, and he got a chin shave right there that could have knocked him into next week.
Flying knee, I'm telling you. He was doing those at the opening graphics, and once again, McAllister takes round number 2, so Tim Thomas needs a minimum of 2 knockdowns to just get into this fight to have a draw round.
He took a chin-rattling left hook right there, too. Here he goes.
Thomas is doing exactly what he should do. He's got to go out there and mug McAllister. He can't stand.
Right, Steven, that's working.
Yep. He must have been listening to me.
You're the fight master, brother.
Oh, good right hand by both men. Oh. We had a Muay Thai contest and a fight just broke out. Uh-oh, low blow.
A little bit of knee to the groin there.
Okay.
The face doesn't lie. When it contorts like that, it's painful.
Okay.
Thomas is good. He has up to 5 minutes to recover.
Oh, big head kick.
No switch on that kick, but Thomas blocked it. Thomas has got to jump back on him, man. He's got to do something because just standing up and not putting McAllister down at least once or twice is not going to win the fight for him.
Oh, big right hand landed by McAllister, though. Pushes Thomas back a little bit.
So when McAllister's out with long range like that, he's dangerous. He's got the height, he's got the reach, and he's got the technique and power to back it up. There's that right hand again.
That push kick from McAllister has been a godsend in controlling the range, setting up the kicks. There it is again.
Oh.
I like how he marches forward sometimes with 2 hands and pushes them out of the way. McAllister getting a little big brotherish out there.
Yes, he is. Oh, Tim Thomas turning his back once again. Thought it was a good thing. The referee imploring him, warning him not to do that. Wow. This is really turned into quite a brawl here. Because
Thomas is making it dirty.
Yeah, no? I mean, but Thomas has got 1 minute left to do something significant. He's got to do much more than he has been doing, unfortunately, because he's got a 2-point deficit. He's got to get a knockout. He has to get a knockout, Frank.
He's still stuck outside that range. He's got no way to get inside yet.
Swinging for the KO is Thomas, and he gets pushed to the mat by a beautifully timed front kick.
I think that kick makes some of the biggest differences in this fight. Just keeping that puncher at bay, controlling when and where the range is happening.
McAllister starting to show the signs a little bit, but nice right hand by Thomas.
McAllister paid him back with a knee right on the chin.
That right hand by, man, I'm telling you, McAllister has got a great straight right. Winding down here to the end of round number 3.
End of round 3.
Wow. That was a great fight.
That was a really well-matched fight. And Tim Thomas, boy, he brought it on when he started throwing leather and just really going for it. He started landing at will on McAllister, getting between the hands, getting the right range. Look at that beautiful right straight, right to the neck. And again, just, you know, 1, 2, landing that right hand consistently, landing it on the chin. He was hurting McAllister with it, but just not enough. McAllister just a little bit too fresh in that push kick, like we talked about, able to use his length and his range, just control that distance whenever he wanted the distance controlled. And Thomas landed great shots, but just always out of range or being kept out of range by the length of McAllister.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, our panel of 5 judges have a total score of 150 to 135 in favor of the winner. In the blue corner, Dad's lad, Reese McAllister.
Reese, he really didn't have an answer for your reach and your speed, but were you in trouble at all in that 3rd round?
I don't think I was in trouble. I worked on a game plan and it seemed to work, obviously. But I was never in trouble. He's a strong opponent, but I wasn't in trouble.
You had such excellent leg kick defense. Is that something that you train on a day-to-day basis?
I work on everything, my legs, my knees, my punches. Me and my dad, we work a strategy for each fighter and it always seems to work. So I just want to say thanks to my dad for being the best trainer in the world and my best friend. Also, thank you to all my sponsors. There's too many to name, but we'll just leave it at that.
Okay, he's got the sky is the limit for Mr. Reese McAllister.
Yeah, Reese McAllister, you know, he works in a school with children. He teaches with his dad. He's a youth counselor and a mentor, but tonight he was a butt-kicking machine, and he did a lot of it with that push kick, completely controlling the distance that he wanted to fight at, and he was excellent at it.
He's got great power in that front kick as well.
Yeah, it's deceptive. It's like, you know, when he pushes it up and he drives that hip through, he's just, it's massive.
And it wasn't like he got out of this fight without getting tagged. Like that right hand just landed, but he's got a good chin as well. I think this kid's got a huge future. Look at him, he looks like a poster boy as well. I mean, McAllister takes it and he moves up in this division.
And now for the 3rd fight, Konstantin Pashnichuk versus Johan Fovo.
My name is Johan Fovo. I like to get up close and box. My name is Konstantin Pashnichuk. Never. I fight everyone. I like it. Some people say I'm a warrior. I am very excited because it's the best show in the world. Every fighter you want to be here. People like me because I fight with my heart. And I have a big heart.
In the blue corner, from Romania, Konstantin Pashnichuk.
Konstantin Hannibal Pashnichuk from Romania. 46 fights, 41 wins, 5 losses, 28 KOs. And he's got a love for movies on the dark side that don't end well. As a matter of fact, he loves movies where the hero dies.
I love this guy. Pashnichuk was, took his fight on short notice, so he's here really under the gun. Had to cut 7 kilos last night. It was quite a bit of weight. We sat with him at dinner, had a nice conversation. He doesn't know anything about his opponent. He doesn't care. He's here for glory, period.
I love guys like this. This guy really had a lot of personality when we were talking with him. There he is kicking his shoes into the audience. I think that we're going to see some surprises from Hannibal.
In the red corner, from France, Johan
Johan Fauvu, young Perez. Now, where did he get that name? Well, Fauvu's love for the fight sports goes back to his grandfather, who happened to be a friend of a former world champion 1930s boxer named Victor Young Perez, a Jewish Tunisian who died in a concentration camp after a death match. So, Johan Fauvu has pictures of the real Young Perez throughout the gym to motivate him.
Fauvu's a southpaw. The kick to watch out for is the left leg and the middle kick to the body. He loves that. He says, those kicks are my money. Also watch out for the hook jab to set the whole thing up.
Started karate as a child, but at 10 years old, went into Muay Thai and was inspired by masters like Jean-Claude Skarbowski.
Tail of the tape. These guys match up pretty even, but the thing to look at here is the last minute, acceptance of the fight by Constantine. That's going to hurt him. He's really going to have to dig deep for this.
All right, fans, here we go. Glory Sports International present lightweights in the ring. We're scheduled 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing to you first on my right, he is fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing black trunks, he weighed in at 70 kilos. With a record of 41 wins, 5 losses, he has 28 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former Europe, Japan, and ISKA champion from Romania, introducing Constantine Hannibal Pashnichuk. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with green trim. He weighed in at 69.8 kilos. His record 30 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, with 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Joining us from Paris, France, here is the 2012 ISKA Super Welterweight champion and the 3-time French Muay Thai champion, known as Young Perez, Johan Fauvu. And our referee in charge now to give instructions, introducing Yop Ubeda.
Yes. Okay, fighters, in order on this. Want a clean fight? No headbutts, no elbows, no cleans and lower back. After make a man break his break, stops op je al, okay? If it's a good fight, shake hands and with the back.
I would have to say that young Perez in his corner would probably be prepared for a rush by Constantine Hannibal.
I think so. Well, let's not forget that Hannibal was training for a fight 2 weeks from this date, so he was in camp already.
Look at the look in his eye, though. Fauvu with a beautiful punch and kick combination right away in this early part of round number 1.
Fauvu in the southpaw stance, ripping the inside of that leg.
Fauvu so sharp thus far early on in round 1. He's so crisp with his punches and his kicks. There's that middle kick you talked about, Frank.
Yeah, and Fauvu loves Mexican warriors. He's a huge fan of Arturo Gatti, and much like the late Mexican warrior, Fauvu loves a firefight. He'd love to turn this into a knockdown, drag-out, nose-to-nose boxing match. He also teaches boxing and has been a professional boxer, winning 4 out of 3 of his pro boxing matches.
Oh, we heard that. Yes, we heard that. When you hear that pock sound, it means that the person is struck with a low blow. It's a warning. It's a mistake. It was unintentional.
Beautiful.
And Constantine shooting a good right hand to the body.
Pashnichuk looking for a way in.
Yeah, Pashnichuk cannot stay on the outside like this. He's got to press the action and get Favu moving back. A good one, too, but it was mainly blocked. Hannibal is pressing forward, but Favu's got great defense. See little tiny moves with his head. A lot of people in kickboxing don't use a lot of head movement like that. I think that this is something they got to watch from a guy like this.
Yeah, just from his boxing training.
Exactly. It's the small things. The front, back, side to side, movement of the head. Oh, that low kick was dynamite.
Almost sent the Romanian down. Pashnichuk very straight up and down, very European.
But he's staying on the outside too much. If anything, because he's a little bit shorter, he should press the action and get in close and go to the body, then the head. Because being on the outside like this, he's getting picked a little bit.
Just like that, I agree. I think he's the bigger man tonight, cutting all that weight and putting it back in.
Yeah, I think he should try and bully Favu. Because things like that, even if you block a kick like that, that hurts, Frank, and you know this.
Yeah, broke one of those, broke my arm one night.
Oh, good roundhouse kick by Pashnichuk. He's coming on now.
He's coming on.
But will it be
feeling it?
Good overhand right by Pashnichuk. But Favu answers back. Good kick to the body by young Perez. What a great technical first round.
A lot of respect shown. Fighter to fighter right there. Great first round. Favu wanted the firefight. He stepped into one tonight.
I have to say that firefight came a little bit late for Pashnichuk in that round.
They spent very little time feeling each other out, but Favu working that inside leg kick real nicely. Cuts the legs out from underneath Pashnichuk, and you know, it was all range and distance in this one. Favu just understanding where the range is, and took little shots here and there, but I think he won the game on controlling the range and doing more damage.
I completely agree, and guess what? The
judges agree too.
Agree as well. I think that's true. I think that Pashnichuk was coming on, but he didn't win enough of the round.
Seconds out, please. Now, please.
So we may see some adjustments coming from the man from Romania. Meaning he cannot wait. He's got to be first.
Favu doing nice work from the southpaw stance, chopping the body, working the inside leg of Constantine, keeping him at bay.
Look at that combination by Favu, but I'm telling you, Pashnichuk jumps on him.
He's on him.
Tries to get rough here, and that's what he's got to do.
That's that inside, that's that body kick, I'm sorry, that Favu was talking about. He says that's his money.
Favu, really a busy fighter, picks his shots, rarely misses. And that's a key factor here in the fighting game.
Pashnichuk is trying to get him in the corner, pin him on the ropes. Romania is trying to get him right in front of him so he can tee off.
Romania has produced some great warriors. As a matter of fact, Daniel Gita, the #2 ranked heavyweight in the world, is going to be up against Gökhan Saki in a rematch at Glory 6 in Istanbul in 2 weeks on April 6th. Don't forget to check that out on GloryWorldSeries.com, where you can get the pay-per-view.
Pashnichuk still looking for a way inside.
Yeah.
Favu easily keeping him at bay with that jab.
Favu is such a complete warrior. Such a complete warrior when it comes to evading.
He's got a pretty good chin because he's caught a few of those on the button.
Yeah, but a lot of them are getting caught on the shoulders. He's He's a very intelligent fighter because it's a rough and tumble fight because it's not like Pazanchuk is doing nothing. He's coming forward, he's landing, but he's landing onto the legs and arms mainly of Favu. I think Favu made a slight adjustment. He's not being as aggressive in round number 2. I think he's trying to see what the other man will offer and see, because a lot of times if Pazanchuk is the offensive guy, he'll leave an opening. Pazanchuk coming forward, but he's not landing. See, that's the problem.
He's landing.
He's being aggressive, but they're getting picked off on the gloves and the shoulders,
and
like
that.
He's
getting damaged on the way out.
Yeah, like that. The jab. I mean, oh, nice digging to the body. That right hook uppercut. It's like a check uppercut. There's that big left kick to the body, and again, Favu scoring with one of his longer limbs, his left leg. Oh!
Taste the toes.
There it is.
Beautiful jab.
Close round. Man, I'm telling you, Pazanchuk knew he had to turn things up, but was it enough? I'm not sure.
I don't think it was.
No.
I think Favu with the jab and working that inside and body kick is really dominating the strike. You know, the game of striking, doing more damage.
Because here we are, they're rumbling on the inside. The left hook landed, but most of those others were shielded. A couple other punches, but he was slipping and sliding on the way in, so there wasn't a lot of power.
Not a lot of power, and the power shots are these body kicks and leg kicks that Favu is landing. Everything else is pretty much blocked. He's just peekabooing and looking for his opening and then cracking on him. You know, Hannibal, he's a killer, man. You can tell he's got massive punching power, and he's got a killer eye for throwing that shot, but he just can't get Favu to slow down and get in range.
All those misses.
Seconds out, please. Red corner, second out.
Oh, we got a little bit of split action here.
Okay.
We've got 3 judges, which is the majority, that go for Favu winning that round number 2. A lot of points at the end of this fight. Oh,
whoa!
Pazanchuk staying in the pocket. Blocking. Oh no! Oh no!
He ticked him hard on that one. They just had a good rhythm going.
Oh, that was too bad. Because they were just standing right in the pocket. Look at that.
I gotta bounce him.
Please, no. I thought maybe Ubeda was gonna do a suplex.
Does that help? Because
I guess, because now he's back. I mean, there must be some miracle here. Maybe you learned that from a chiropractor.
Oh yeah, they're gonna tee off, man.
Yeah, they're gonna go guns a-blazing right here. Center of the ring. You gotta watch that left kick though to the leg though. Favu doesn't need another low kick because he could get a point taken away. But Pazanchuk knows that he's got to come in here and just blast away.
Bringing it.
He's got to do at least 1 knockdown. Possibly 2. See, the funny thing is, right when Pazanchuk starts to get his punching rhythm down, Favu low kicks him and sets him off balance.
Yeah. Favu's doing a nice job of switching between sort of boxing and kickboxing. He boxes when he needs to, and then he goes back to kicking when the boxing comes back to him.
He's one of the most scientific fighters I've seen in a while. I mean, he's really relaxed, composed. Oh, look at this.
Beautiful.
Right hook to the body. I'm telling you, his timing, his distance, he's really like a future fighter to me.
He's got nice skills. He's very confident.
Seems like he's just getting warmed up. Both guys starting to really gun it out.
They're going to get nose to nose here in a minute.
Pazanchuk just got to get rougher here, but it's, you know what? It's that lack of preparation from the short notice. I think that's it.
Yeah, if he were a little sharper, had a little more time.
But nonetheless, Pazanchuk, even if he loses this fight, he's making a good showing for himself. Oh, good right hook to the body by Favu.
Whoa, haircut.
Oh, Favu throws a right kick for a change.
Here they are, nose to nose.
1 minute left here in round number 3. Who will take it? Favu in the green and white, or the fiery man from Romania in Pazanchuk? A good right hand by Favu. Favu digging. Oh, that was a low blow.
That was definitely low.
He punched him low. It was a low blow. It was a low blow.
Just go ahead and fight.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't hurt, you know. It was a low blow, though.
Yeah.
He's thinking to himself, what do I have to do to this guy to put him down or out? I mean, come on. Fabu has hit him with some good shots, especially to the body.
20 seconds left in round 3.
I think they're just going to go for it.
Oh!
Is that legal?
It is if it lands, but it didn't. But man, the front flip.
Oh, he almost landed that head kick.
Oh, he's trying to, see, they're trying to outdo each other here. But Fabu's got this in the bag for sure.
And well deserved, I think.
That was great. Man. It was one to remember. Win or lose, that man there, Konstantin Hannibal Parzanchuk, really gave it his all.
He earned his stones tonight, and what a fight. I mean, Fuvu technically very, very sound, controlling the range, controlling the distance, really doing nice damage with these inside kicks. He almost ate a giant knee there and had dental surgery. But when it came to punching and kicking in combination, he was just brilliant. Keeping the range, holding the range, and when they got into firefights, they were letting him go.
And I think his defense pretty much almost completely shut down Parzanchuk's offense. It was one of those things where his offense was great, but and then whoops, step to the side and ole!
It's a good thing you stepped to the side because you don't want to get knocked out with that kick.
No. That's an interesting kick. I think we saw Harold Howard do that in the UFC
That's
one
right,
time.
back in the day.
Yeah. Don't hate the mullet, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, our panel of 5 judges have a score total of 148 to 137 in favor of the winner. In the red corner, Young Perez, Johan Fuvu.
Very close matchup, 148 to 137.
I personally thought it was a little closer on the scores than we had seen it. But, you know, nonetheless, Fuvu got the thing done, really showcased a lot of great technique, and I'm telling you, he's going to knock people out, man.
Yeah, he looked fantastic.
And now for the 4th fight. Daniel Sam versus Jaideep Singh.
My name is Daniel, the Warrior Sam. I'm fighting against Jaideep Singh, who fights out of Japan. I know he's a very tall, rangy fighter. I'm going to be in his height is my height. I've got a lot of power. Power in my hands, power in my knees, power in my knees. Thinking fight. I like to use my brain as well as my muscles. This is not my doorstep. I live just a few miles away, so I can't wait. Really, you're going to take one of the this.
As he said before, Daniel the Warrior Sam lives right down the street, and he strongly believes in the ability of combat sports to give troubled youths a direction in life, as it did for him. And he works with young children in and around the Woolwich area to try and steer them into the sport and away from trouble.
Yeah, and that Woolwich area of London is a real tough part of the inner city. A lot of bad stuff goes on there, but this is a good man in the midst of it all. And you know what Daniel Sam's got to do tonight? I believe he's got an advantage in the low kicks and the body kicks. He also will throw knees and jumping knees. But I think you keep an eye out for that devastating low kick. I think he's going to try to chop Singh down and send him back to India.
And he loves to play poker, and he loves to play chess. So will we see the thinking man, Daniel Sam, here tonight? they call him Hart, and Jaydeep Singh was born in India but raised in Japan. His family moved there when he was 3 years old, and after he got inspired to move into martial arts, he won a regional Grand Prix tournament in Seoul, Korea, where he KO'd 2 of his opponents, so he can get things done inside the distance.
Yeah, Singh is a very smart fighter. He doesn't take a lot of risks. Got a real good fighting instinct. He says he can read the weakness in fighters pretty quick. And I think he should stay off the ropes and avoid the power early. He's got good defense and counter-punching, but he's got to be safe in this fight. Sam is 6 years older than Jaydeep and has at least 10 kilos on him. And I think the weight advantage will be too much to overcome for Jaydeep in this fight.
And let's go up to Jimmy for the final introduction.
All right, fans, here we go with the big boys of the sport. Heavyweights in the ring. We're scheduled 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing black trunks with gold trim, he weighed in at 122.8 kilos. With a record of 20 wins, 7 losses. He has 13 wins coming by way of knockout from Woolwich, London. Here is the hard-hitting British heavyweight champion, Daniel the Warrior Sam. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, this 3-round attraction, wearing white trunks. He weighed in at 109.8 kilos. His record stands at 23 wins, 5 losses, with 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Originally from India, now fighting out of Japan. Please welcome the 2009 Grand Prix Seoul champion, introducing Jaydeep Singh. And once again, a referee in charge now to give instructions, Yop Ubeda.
Okay, fighters, the clean fight. No headbutts, no elbows, no clinch and lower back. After make a break, stop you all, okay? It's a good fight, shake hands and step back. Shake hands.
That's 2 big men in the ring. Frank, I'm telling you.
They look enormous. Daniel Sam looks like a monster.
120 kilos? Come on. Oh, there we go. Testing out the head kick defense right away. Singh chopping with that left kick.
Singh's got to hold that range. Got to keep the big man off him.
I wouldn't be surprised if Singh used a couple front kicks as well. And a lot of movement. Got to be very careful of that low kick of Daniel Sam. Like that.
Like that. I watched quite a bit of Singh's fights, and he's very clever. He finds a way to get in there. He's very patient, very confident when he gets to his stand-up.
Singh answers back with his own right low kick. Sam using that left jab there to set up that bomb of a right leg to try and punish that front leg of Singh.
Yeah, Sam will also do a switch kick, left kick to the head and body. Comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, but Sam landed another big low kick, and that's like 3 in a row. And that's going to really add up. Singh moving forward, chopping away, missing with a good right hand. Singh very relaxed here. I think a possible strategy for Jaydeep Singh is to take Daniel Sam late in the fight, and a lot of times the bigger muscular fighter gets tired.
Well, that's what Singh said. He said, all I got to do is watch the power and take care. He'll tire out. Oh.
Go to the body.
Oh, big shot, though.
Oh.
Daniel Sam lifted him up with a body kick.
Man! Ouch! That just hurts to look at it. Jaydeep. Wow, Jaydeep eats a right. It was a right uppercut. It was the right uppercut. Jaydeep did the big-time fish dance right there.
Yeah, he didn't see it. He doesn't know what hit him. So he's trying to clear the cobwebs.
Short right uppercut by Daniel Sam on the inside.
Sam's going to jump all over him.
Yeah, he's going to come out bombing. Probably won't throw a lot of kicks here, just mainly punches. But J-Deep doing the right thing by trying to tangle up. Even if he takes a warning or a point, get the clinch, clear his head. Because one more punch like that, this one's going out.
Yep.
Sam swinging a little wild here.
He's throwing all power.
Yeah, and he's missing. That's not good. He's got to pick his shots here. He's got to settle down. It's a hometown situation. I understand he's emotional. But he's got to land it clean. Because missing those big shots and those big arms, this goes into the third round, it's going to be a problem. Oh.
Wow.
Not good.
He knocked himself down.
Yeah, right. If they took a photograph right then, it'd say, wait a minute, look at this fight. Okay.
All right, then.
Okay, Daniel Sam definitely won that round technically, and he got the knockdown, so it is, in fact, probably going to be a 10-8 round.
As it should be. And it started out fast and furious with Daniel Sam just going for it. He clipped him right there with that uppercut. You know, he's swinging so hard. If any of those land, it was an uppercut left hook that just shook the brain of Jaideep Singh. He has no idea where he's at, trying to get his feet going. Oh, that was on a temple. That's why it shook him so bad. Those temple shots just shake your equilibrium like crazy.
Yeah.
And I've never seen that dance.
You know what?
Oh, that's the funky leg and the chicken right there.
I think that every lead singer and every rock band is going to steal that dance.
But look at where Daniel Sam, man, ended up at the end of the round throwing that massive punch. Hey, the judges gave him the round convincingly.
Yeah, 10-8. In Glory, a knockdown is not automatically a 10-8 round. It's a 10-9 round. But if you win the round in every other aspect as well, then it's a 10-8 round.
Singh was a little slow to get out of his corner. Wow.
Big low kick by Sam. Singh has got to really be careful here fighting off the ropes like this.
Yeah, I worry about Singh on the ropes. I've seen some of his fights before. He does well there, but I'm not sure against a bigger man like Daniel Sam if he should be on the ropes.
That big-time power like that, you know, when you have a weight differential of, you know, many kilos, that was a low blow. But nonetheless.
That was questionable, I can certainly say.
Well, it's called a steel cup. It was right. It was totally low. It probably hurt Jaideep Singh more than it hurt Sam.
Sam has changed his strategy a little bit. I wonder if he's tiring. More of a counter strike.
Yeah. This would be a good time for Singh to try and get some shots into the body.
Get some points.
Yeah, because
beat up the legs.
Okay, right there. Because see, Sam is fading back. Frank, I think you're onto something.
Yeah, I think he's fading.
Yeah.
Look, now he's backing up.
Those body shots, this is a really good game plan for Singh, but he's got to be very careful for that one-shot solution by Daniel Warrior Sam. Singh going high, getting greedy with that head kick. Singh very relaxed here.
Daniel Sam's jab is still there. He's got to keep popping it. That's how that right hand gets set up.
Daniel Sam winds up that right hand a little bit. If Singh had a really sharp left hook.
Oh, he could catch him right behind that hand.
Yeah,
you're right,
exactly.
Stephen, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh!
Nice skip knee in there from Singh. Singh taking advantage and really doing the better work here with 1 minute left in round number 2.
Nice.
Beautiful body work by Singh, again with the right hand.
Ripping the breadbasket of Daniel Sam. That'll take the power out of your punches.
See, Sam backing up. There it is again. If he could throw the left hook and try and catch the liver. See, throwing the right hand, you know, you might catch the kidney, you might catch the rib maybe, but throwing that left hand, you do a lot more damage if you can get it there. But the problem is you're closer to your opponent. Even a left kick to the body. Singh has got this round in the bag, though. 25 seconds left. Oh, man.
Ripping punch. Massive right hand from Daniel Sam, right to the forehead.
Sam crossed Singh's eyes, but Singh marches forward, gets the clinch, and Sam shrugs him off.
Wow. Those knees are well timed.
Singh made a great comeback, ate a few shots right there at the bell, but he definitely won that round.
I think you're right, Stephen. He's coming on.
I think this is all about endurance at this point.
Well, the Warrior was popping big punches, and look at that massive right hand. It just crushed the face of Jagdeep Singh. He was right on his feet, and right after it, coming right back with these marching knees to the body. Daniel Sam doing a good job of shoving him off when he needs to have his range or have his will. But Jagdeep is smothering his punches, smothering his power right here, and it's very effective.
Okay, we got Jagdeep Singh winning that round 10-9 across the board. All 5 judges agree. This is the final round. According to the score, Jagdeep Singh is 1 point down. He needs to make up that point to at least get a 10-9 in this, or a 10-8 if he gets a knockdown. Because if he loses this round, he loses the fight.
Uh-oh.
If he wins this round, there's a possible 4th round coming for us. And I don't think Daniel Sam wants that.
Nah.
Oh, look at that. He stepped forward like he was going to left kick, and Sam totally bought the fake.
Yeah, he's got him dancing now.
He should try and dig that left kick. He should fake him and wait till he stands back up and left kick him.
Oh, that chopped his leg out.
You know, he left kicked him, and Daniel Sam was smart. He knew it was coming. He threw the right low kick. Honestly, these guys are pretty agile for heavyweights.
Oh, big shot again.
Oh, no.
Oh, Singh is wobbled.
This is part 2.
He's dancing.
Part 2 of that dance. James Brown is dead, but he may be programmed and being channeled right here at XL Arena.
Daniel Sam just has so much power in his right hand.
Yeah, I think it's time for him to just go for it.
Yeah.
Going over the top like that, Singh's just going to duck and cover. He might want to come under with an uppercut. But that didn't look good because Singh is going to have to do a lot of work to make that one up.
Well, he's probably still hurt.
Yeah.
You start dancing like that, your brain's still scrambled.
Yeah, Sam got a little rough there with the elbow.
No offense from Jagdeep since he got stuck.
No, his head is still spinning like a pinwheel.
Big body shot.
Yep.
Chopping right hand to the head.
1 minute left. Doesn't look good for Jagdeep Singh. He's got to mount he's got to mount some offense here. But if he does, he's going to leave himself open for one of those bombs from Daniel Sam. Oh, man. Singh looks in bad shape here.
Oh,
ouch,
Daniel
ouch.
Sam.
That body
just
shot.
Punched him through the guts.
Singh making a comeback, but Daniel Sam shielding.
He's shaking his head no.
He's shielding well. Yeah, he didn't land anything. Both guys completely gassed. But Sam's still the fresher of the two. Mainly because he was never hurt in this fight. That's the trick. Where Singh was on the verge of going out.
Couple times.
Yeah, there it is. I'm gonna have to say it would probably be a 10-9 for Daniel Sam. So we have this one.
Yeah, I think the UK Warrior's done enough to win. And damage-wise, I mean, those shots that were making Singh dance were just devastating, man. I mean, look at what they did to his poor body. Lost all control of himself. Boom, same thing, right on the temple. Just shaking the brain. Jagdeep trying to get his feet underneath him.
Yeah.
Can't figure out where he's at. Daniel Sam, so much power in that right hand.
Overhand right landed perfectly right above the ear.
And he stays right on it. Look at that push kick, set up, bam! Ouch. Oh, the effects from Singh rattled.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds
short little uppercut, but then it was that left hook that caught him right on the temple, and he did, you know, a crazy dance. But then he got back into the fight in round 2. Were you worried at all that you were going to get tired?
Never worried, no. I know I've been doing all the training needed, so I knew I'd be able to fight for the whole distance. That's no problem.
Okay, let's hear it for him one more time. He's your local guy. He is Daniel Sam.
Well, Jadip Singh falls to Daniel the Warrior Sam in what can be described as a power punching fest that had Singh dancing through half the match. Hurt really bad in the first round, hurt equally bad in the third round. Stayed in there, hung strong, but Daniel Sam kept the pressure on him. He told me he was going to break him by staying in his face, chopping his leg out, and punching him in the head. He didn't get him to quit, but he made him dance.
You know,
Yes, he did.
He had him cracked. He didn't break him completely, but because he was standing up, and he didn't knock him total out. But I'm telling you, Daniel Sam has got some serious power.
And now for the 5th fight, Muay versus Liam Harrison.
I'm Harrison.
I'm not going to run. I'm fighting the road.
My nickname's Hitman because I've got a high knockout ratio.
First round to the last round, keep coming forward. I'm going to do my best to number 9.
I can knock back knocks off a punch, a kick, a knee. I've got all the weapons. I've got devastating power in all of them.
You watch one of my fights, you're going to forget it.
On the 23rd of March in London, Muscle Marana could get knocked clean out.
Mosab Amrani, not too fond of nicknames, a veteran of 59 fights, and he used to have a reputation of being a bit of a bad boy, much like his heavier friend, fellow Dutch-Moroccan Badahari.
And this is his first fight in over 16 months. He's coming off a knee surgery on his left knee, so there's some questions about how strong it is.
Liam the Hitman Harrison is a very popular fighter who fights with great heart and possesses knockout power. And Liam has fought some of the world's best Thai fighters, including Kingstar, Anawat, and Nanpan. And he feels it would be stupid for him to stand in front of Mosab and trade punches.
Yeah, well, Harrison, watch for his low kick. Almost half of his stoppage wins are by low kick KO. And looking at the tail of tape, very evenly matched, except Liam has much more experience with 87 fights to Mosab's 59. I think this gives the edge to Liam Harrison in this match.
And let's send it up to Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
All right, fans, here we go. Glory kickboxing action in the featherweight division. Once again, we're scheduled 3 3-minute rounds. Presenting to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing silver trunks. He weighed in at 64.7 kilograms. With a record of 48 wins, 7 losses, and 4 draws, he has 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Originally from Morocco, now fighting
smiles at the weigh-in in the press conference, but now they're really serious. And Frank, I think we can expect sparks in this fight.
Yeah, definitely. Both of these guys are very experienced in Muay Thai. Push kicks, round kicks. Liam has fought in Thailand quite a bit. He's very popular over there.
And he was 1-1 against Anawat, who's a really well-known Thai champion, probably a Hall of Famer for sure in Muay Thai. And Mosab won a technical knockout against Anawat. But Liam Harrison seemed to think it was a premature stoppage, so he didn't really respect the win. Mosab trying to teep to the leg, and they chop away at each other, but I don't think that Mosab Amrani wants to get into a low kick contest here with Liam Harrison.
Now Amrani, his left hand is very active. He likes to bang the body with it, so watch that setup.
Yeah, a real fluid puncher coming from the outside with an uppercut that missed, and Liam counters back, but Mosab drops it with, oh, what a shot! Man.
Hit him in the breadbasket.
I'm telling you,
he's looking for his win.
This fight could be over.
He's looking for his win.
Oh, what a win! Mosab Amrani has done it here in the first round and knocked out Liam Harrison. Wow.
Now that's quite an accomplishment, because Liam Harrison came into this widely talked about and widely heralded as somebody who was going to shake things up.
Man. Mosab jumped right on him. First, I thought it was going to be a technical battle, but Mosab said, nope, we're going into the trenches, and bada boom, here it comes.
And here it was, that uppercut from Mosab set him back, jabbed the range, bam, hook to the body, right in the liver. Ho ho! You see it again right here, just well-timed, reached over and popped it.
You know, it was a delayed reaction, because after he threw the hook to the liver, you know, Harrison fired back with the right low kick, but then he went, whoa, man.
And if you've never been hit in the liver, it literally shuts your whole body down, and you can't figure out why you can't move and you can't breathe, and everything just seems tight right there. Oh. Just took the wind from him. That might have been more of a wind shot than a liver shot, because it was kind of in the front.
Yeah.
Either way, though, you could see him just instantly tighten up, fall over, and he didn't get up for a minute.
So let's kick it up to Jimmy Lennon for the final particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 20 seconds in round number 1. Our referee in charge reaches the count of 10. He is the winner by way of knockout, Mosab Amrani.
That man is dangerous. Get him in the pocket like that. Man, he can hit, especially that left hook. But you know, Frank, he set it up with a really good right hand that stunned Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison was heralded to have incredibly fast hands, and Amrani made him look kind of slow at times.
Mosab Amrani answering all questions on if that knee had healed, and it definitely had, gets the first round KO. Okay, here he is, three-time World Grand Prix champion Remy Bonyaski, warming up in preparation for his titanic battle with Tyrone Spong.
From Glory here in London. I'm fighting against Michael
Michael Dute comes from the famous Majiro Gym, which has produced probably one of the greatest all-time fighters in Rob Kaman. And Michael Dute grew up watching old tapes of Rob Kaman. He's a very solid and aggressive fighter. Can be emotional at times, which the audiences love, but sometimes his opponents don't.
Yeah, and he's heavy-handed, and he likes his punch.
In the red corner, from the United States of America, Dustin Jacoby!
And there he is, Dustin Jacoby, all the way from the United States of America. I saw this kid in Tulsa, Oklahoma, pull off a miracle, do the absolute impossible, bring the house down. He won the Tulsa Road to Glory tournament, 3 knockouts in one night in his first ever kickboxing matches. The Miracle Man, Dustin Jacoby. At tail of the tape, these guys are evenly matched, and the one thing I want to bring attention to is the 39 fights that Michael Dute has compared to Dustin Jacoby only has 3.
All right, fans, here we go. Glory Sports International presents light heavyweights in the ring. We're scheduled 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks, he weighed in at 94 kilos. With a record of 36 wins and 3 losses, he has 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the respected Thai boxing trained light heavyweight contender from the Netherlands, introducing Michael Dute. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner on my left, wearing white trunks, he weighed in at 93.3 kilograms. With a background in MMA, he is undefeated in his young kickboxing campaign with a record of 3 wins, no losses. All 3 wins coming by way of knockout. From the United States, please welcome the first Road to Glory USA Light Heavyweight Tournament champion and Glory Kickboxing phenom, Dustin the Hammer Jacoby. Our referee in charge now to give instructions, Mufadel El Ghazaoui.
Well, Frank, you always wonder, okay, what's he going to do when he faces an experienced opponent? But Dustin Jacoby's already done that. So he's already answered that question to some degree. But Dute is a very solid fighter.
Dude's very solid. He's a hard puncher. He's a big kicker. This is a big battle for Dustin Jacoby. He's used to being the underdog, but this is a whole nother level for him.
Yeah, it is. But he lands well with that jab a couple times.
And Jacoby was a college wrestler. He's an MMA fighter. He was a quarterback in college for 4 years. He's a quick thinker, natural learner, and a natural leader.
And he just landed about 5 jabs right in a row. He's got to be very careful of the low kick, because I don't think that Dute is going to sit here and try and box him.
No, Dute's looking to time that big kick, time that big hand, just like that.
Yeah.
He's got way more experience in timing.
Because Jacoby wanted to land that big punch. Oh, what a great body shot.
Beautiful breadbasket shot. He's got him in the corner.
You know, I really think that hurt Dute, that left hook to the body.
Well, Dute doesn't have the tightest body in the world.
Why you gotta be so mean?
I just looked up and saw it.
Okay. You know, there's the jab again. Dute chopping away with that low kick, and there's that left
Beautiful.
hook. Man, right on the, it's a knockdown. Oh, that hurt.
He got caught. Yeah, he got caught coming in.
Got caught rushing in.
Got greedy on the left hook to the body. This is the first time he's ever been down in a kickboxing match.
Meaning his kickboxing career. So will Dute try to capitalize on that knockdown?
I think Dute has the
Oh.
Dude has just experience and the confidence. He knows where the holes are.
Jacoby, this is where a lack of experience is going to hurt him.
Yep.
Because if dude can just jump on him and just start blasting.
Yeah, one more
get
knockdown.
It down one more time.
Yep. Ah, there he is.
Done. This fight is
Yep.
over.
3 knockdowns. It's done.
The freight train known as Dustin Jacoby has been stopped at least momentarily. Michael Duke does it here in round number 1 with a KO. 3 knockdowns, and you're out of there.
And Jacoby is still out of it, looking around, trying to figure out what just happened.
He faced a high-level guy, though. I mean,
yeah, that's a big step up for him. And, you know, after this fight, he's going to travel to Holland and train with, he's going to train with the Glory guys and get his skills up. Because, you know, he's a young kid. He's only had 4 fights now.
Yeah.
But that, right on the button, that little left hook. Cool.
Man.
And when he fell down, his arms are up. And when your arms are up, you know you're hurt pretty bad. Right there, a little short shot, right on the button. Look at his arms fly above his head. That's when you know you're hurting, Daddy-O. Dustin Jacoby, the Miracle Man, meets his match tonight.
Michael Duke really took care of business. He just went out there and swarmed on. There's the great Rob Kamen on the left and Andre Monard, the head trainer there at Majuro Gym, right there. Duke gets things done.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a time of 2 minutes, 25 seconds in round number 1, with the 3 knockdown rule in effect, he is the winner by way of knockout, Michael Duke.
And there's the respect that we like to see. 2 men went to war, threw punches and kicks, ill intention. Then when it's over, it's over. Yeah, they're friends afterwards. But Michael Duke, I think that he reestablished himself tonight by beating Dustin Jacoby, and it's the sky's the limit. Will he be in the 95-kilo tournament? He's going to be a force. Michael Duke does it here in round number 1.
My name is Daniel. My name is Stefan Susperigi. Daniel Lunga is 10 points in his knee, and I will prepare for this.
Fighting is my life. I can knock Susperigi out with my fist, with my knee, with my kicks.
The audience will like my fight because I always put pressure on my opponent until the end of the fight.
Stefan Ipo Susperigi, and Ipo is a nickname he got because he really loves the Japanese boxing anime series, and he's proudly representing the Basque region, which geographically separates France from Spain. As a matter of fact, he usually carries a Basque flag into the ring with him, and there he has it draped across his shoulders.
Yeah, and watch the spinning back fist from this kid. He throws it from all angles, both offense and defensively.
Daniel de Buba Ilunga proudly represents Congo, and he's also currently a proud resident of Germany. One of the greatest technicians in light heavyweight kickboxing. He's very scientific and follows a game plan designed specifically for each opponent.
Yeah, and he's also got a snappy left hook that covers the eyes and then rips to the body. He'll also follow that up with a chopping leg kick that really takes the legs out from underneath you. Really cool guy. You know, his father's a pastor. He plays keyboard in a church, loves gospel music. He sings in the choir. This is a man who is really connected to his roots and to his community. And when he steps in the ring, he's an absolute killer.
Yeah, he's really a kind and nice gentleman outside of the ring. But inside the ring, as you said, Frank, an absolute master technician warrior in glory.
Here's the tail of the tape, and you know, Ilunga's the taller fighter. Let's see if he can use the reach to set up the KO. On paper, he should win this matchup.
And let's send it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr. to set things up for us.
All right, fans, here we go. This time coming away features light heavyweights in the ring. We're scheduled 3 3-minute rounds brought to you by Glory Sports International. Introducing you first on my right. He is fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red trunks with black and gold trim. He weighed in at 94.6 kilos with a record of 38 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. He has 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the two-time WBA and kickboxing Grand Prix heavyweight champion from France, introducing Stefan Ipo Susperegi. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks. He weighed in at 94.2 kilos. His record stands at 50 wins, 4 losses, with 40 big wins coming by way of knockout. Originally from the Congo, now fighting out of Germany, here is the exciting Glory Cruiserweight contender and former 95 Max World Champion, introducing the popular and hard-hitting Daniel Pipupa Ilunga. And in charge now the instructions, Yop Ubeda.
No headlocks, no elbows, no clinch in lower back. After making one break, stop op jou, okay? If it's a good fight, shake hands and let's step back.
Frank, I'm going to say this now. I think we're about to see a very high level of kickboxing inside the ring. Glory 5, I'm Stephen Quadros alongside Frank the Legend Shamrock, and we're getting ready to see Daniel Ilunga in the black trunks versus Stefan Susperegi in the red. Round number 1, Susperegi landing a good 1-2 in the pocket and moving around.
And Susperegi is an orthodox stance, but he'll switch stances as needed.
Man, that left high kick came up high. It was blocked, but it could be a wake-up call. Susperegi really doing great work on the inside with punches. That left kick to the body. Susperegi is really putting on Ilunga, but Ilunga landed a good 1-2 there in the pocket.
Yeah, Ilunga caught him back with a straight right there. Ilunga seems to be a little more conservative. Susperegi's just making an opening happen.
Ipo tries to go high, but Ilunga blocks it. Good straight right by Susperegi. They are going to war here. It was a slip.
Yeah, no knockdown.
But I must say that the Frenchman is really putting a lot of pressure on Daniel Ilunga so far. Oh, good right hand by Ilunga.
Yeah, and Susperegi keeps like a kicker stance, but he throws nice straight punches when he pops them. Oh, he tried to turn the corner, be first.
So much energy. Can they sustain this pace?
Well, you know, Ilunga also trains with Remy Bunyowski, so watch for some flying knees here and there.
Yeah. Ilunga pressing forward, gets a right hand in. Susperegi seems to be fading just a tiny bit. I think he really came out there maybe even too aggressive at the beginning, because he's starting to move backward now. Ilunga now is the stalker, where earlier on it was Sisperagi being the one who was the aggressor. Ilunga might want to think going to the body. I noticed when Ilunga throws a low kick, he doesn't throw one hard because most of them have been blocked by Sisperagi. Sisperagi tried a long knee. Ilunga pushed him back and then lands an overhand right. Ilunga with the left hook and the right hand. Sisperagi looks like he's ready to go down. We got just about 10 seconds left. Daniel Ilunga is stealing this round back. Whoa! What a great first round. It was all Stefan Sisperagi early on, but then Ilunga just out-hustled him and out-gutted him and may have pulled it out.
Well, I think Sisperagi got hurt in one of those punching combinations, and it just totally changed his demeanor in that first round. He went from the aggressor to the defender, and you know, he took some shots, little chopping one right there from Ilunga that went across his forehead. But you know, when you go passive or when you go defensive, you better have some counter waiting in your pocket, because otherwise you're a punching bag. In the second half of this round, he got beat on quite a bit. Looked like he was going down right here from a half punch, half slip. And he stayed in the game, but look, he's running into punches, getting hit.
Yeah, he got turned around to a strange angle there, but you got to keep your hands up at all times. And yes, the judges unanimously gave that round to Daniel Ilunga in the black trunks from the red corner. Round number 2. Sisperagi chops low with that left kick. Tries to come in with a straight right, but Daniel's really finding his rhythm here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh! What a knee! What a knee!
How's he getting up from that one? Wow! I think he broke his nose, too.
That's it. Daniel Ilunga with a big right knee. He wasn't even in the clinch.
Ilunga, one of 7 children born in the Republic of Congo. His grandfather was a Zulu chief. His family is building a hospital in the African town that his grandfather was a chief of, and they will be dancing and celebrating tonight from that vicious knockout from Daniel Ilunga. Awesome.
They will be dancing in the streets. Daniel Ilunga takes care of business here in round number 1.
And there it is, just boom, quick right hand, sends your boy reeling, and ow! Sisperagi is crushed by that knee. The right hand there on the ear sent him back. Ilunga, well-timed, perfect knee right across the bridge of the nose. The Frenchman completely out, nose broken, bam! Instant effects, end result. Right hand, step, knee right to the nose. Ouch. One more time for good measure. The punching exchanges were fantastic, and Sisperagi was in there timing-wise, but that shot hurt him, and he didn't see this one. And the Zulu warrior finishes off the Frenchman in dramatic fashion.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a time of 21 seconds in round number 2. He is the winner by way of knockout, Daniel Ilunga.
Daniel, congratulations. At the beginning of that fight, he came after you.
Yes, I was a little bit, my warm-up was too short, but it was good, I think.
The knee, is that something that you've been practicing? Because that was definitely a one-shot solution.
Yes, I saw that his head was a little bit down when he's make the attack, and that's why I used the knee. I used the knee for it.
And in glory, where do you feel that you stand now in the rankings at 95 kilos?
I'm sure that, and I heard that I'm at 95 kilo, I'm the number one, I think, and for sure I can be the number one.
And what a better choice than Daniel Ilunga, the number one 95 kilogram fighter in Glory. Let's hear it for one more time.
Daniel Ilunga only took one round and basically one knee to finish this fight off. He started slow. He even said to Stephen, you know, his warm-up wasn't the best, but he warmed up tremendously after the first couple of minutes, landed the right hand, stepped inside, landed this nose-breaking and fight-ending knee, and was absolutely tremendous tonight.
That'll cause a deviated septum for sure. Daniel Ilunga establishes himself as the number one 95 kilo fighter in Glory.
And now for the 8th fight, Eddie Walker versus Stephen Wakeling.
My name is Eddie Showtime Walker. I knocked out my first three opponents in less than a minute and a half, and that's the reason why they call me Showtime. My opponent is the UK's very own Steve Wakeling. If I said I didn't go to these titles, I'll take different rights. I'll make sure that I win this fight by making Steve Wakeling my 10th knockout. I know that he's got enough fights, so I can keep my guard out. When you see my straight right coming, it's already too late. In this fight, you're going to get 5 rounds from the guard guy. It's going to be extremely entertaining.
Eddie Showtime Walker at Road to Glory was a finalist. He knocked out his first 2 opponents, and he really got things done with that big right hand. Everybody knows it's coming, but sometimes a big punch like that is hard to block, even when you do know it's coming, and he's looking for that punch to be effective here tonight. A lot of people think he's overmatched in this fight, but he doesn't, and he's been overmatched before, theoretically, before many fights, and come out with the winner by knockout.
One of Walker's biggest strengths is the ability to stay cool and calm under pressure and then deliver the right hand.
In the red corner,
Wakeling's father, Mark, who also happens to be his trainer, was a successful Muay Thai fighter in his own right, fought in the King's Cup in Thailand. His brother is also in possession of European titles, so fighting is in his blood. Stephen Wakeling, the surgeon, is the opposite of a point fighter. He looks to damage his opponents and force an early stoppage, and he's always in great shape.
Yeah, and he'll do that with big high kicks, a solid right hand. And he's made some changes to his striking style recently, which he thinks could be a big improvement in this fight, moving in and out, more of a boxing type style, allowing him to use that power in his right hand more effectively than he has in the past.
And I'm sure he has a game plan to try and counteract the theoretical kryptonite in Walker's right hand.
Talk about tail of tape. Both fighters are evenly matched, but Wakeling has over twice the fights than Walker. And if I were a betting man, I'd go with the fans on this one and say that Wakeling was going to win.
And let's send it up to Jimmy Lennon to get things kicked off.
All right, fans, here we go. Glory Kickboxing in the middleweight division. Presenting you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing
fight, shake hands, and what's the best?
Right away, we can see that height advantage for Wakeling, but many times Walker has faced that same differential and used his punching to solve it.
Round one, fight!
Round number one, Wakeling in the red gloves and Eddie Walker in the blue.
Walker's got a very tricky upper jab. He slides through the hands there. Follows up with a right hand.
Walker lost his last fight in the finals of Road to Glory via low kick to Mike Lemaire, who was the champion that night. And Wakeling, to no surprise, is going right after that front leg.
Yeah, Walker's got to learn to check those kicks better. You know, it's something American guys are a little bit behind on. The Dutch and the Thais are way ahead of him. But Walker's getting there. He's checking him now.
I'm sure they drilled on that quite a bit, but that one hurt.
That one landed.
Yeah.
Walker is a huge underdog for this fight. In fact, no one thinks he can win. He's been getting Twitter predictions of the round he's going to lose in all week. He's been retweeting them. Says it gives him some motivation.
Well, he's going to need some motivation because right now he's getting a lot of pastry across his face and his leg. I think Walker has got to do something to stop the forward momentum of Wakeling.
Yep.
Because Wakeling at a distance is just making this into a vision of Thai boxing brutality. That low kick hurt.
Wakeling has fought in Thailand quite a few times.
Walker's turning the leg the wrong way on the check. You know what? This fight,
it's almost over.
You know, that leg has got to be hurting. He's got to be having a flashback to February 9th.
Well, Wakeling's just going to keep kicking it and then cutting the other one.
Problem is, if Walker moves in to try to throw the right hand, he plants that left foot to land it. Then he's open for the low kick. Wakeling clinching up. There's a tip of the knee right in the chin of Walker. The problem with that outside leg catch of the low kick is you absorb the kick.
Still hurts.
Yeah.
Wakeling pulling the head down. Not sure if we can actually do that.
Well, they have a 3-second clinch rule, which is a technical rule in Glory. Walker has an opportunity before the clinch happens. But you know what? Oh,
he's done.
This fight is probably going to be over.
He's been hitting the leg with a baseball bat 20 times.
No, dude. This is the kind of deja vu. This is the kind of deja vu that Eddie Walker didn't want, and Wakeling lands another knee right to the head. Okay, one knockdown and complete domination in that round. That's a 10-8 round for Stephen the Surgeon Wakeling.
Yeah, basically he got saved by the bell on that one because these leg kicks were just chopping him down. And every other one is landing, including that cut kick right there. Wakeling just really having the advantage and understanding of kicks right here. You see him cover with a punch, and as soon as he's covered, he throws that kick again. Runs inside, trip kick, cut kick. Just staying on relentless. And Walker just doesn't know how to put his knee in the right position. You said it right, Stephen. He's blocking it wrong. It's turning his body instead of stopping that power.
Yeah, you got to aim the knee at the oncoming shin.
And there's the one that just, ow, sent him crumbling.
But knowing how to check a kick and being instinctively good at it is two different things.
Yeah.
Because a timing thing that a really good Muay Thai fighter, for Stephen Wakeling, who got a 10-8 round in that, he's going to know how to fake and then low kick. He's not going to say, here comes a low kick, and then please check it for me. He's going to try and make it as tricky as possible, and he did that all round long, dominating that first round with low kicks. Stephen Wakeling in the red gloves. Wakeling now going to the body and back to the leg. Walker has switched to southpaw to protect that back leg. You know what?
Wakeling found it.
I think
that's 2 knockdowns.
I think that I don't see how he can continue. He can't even stand on that leg. Referee Yupo Beta is going to make him step out there. Yeah, this is a big problem.
Yeah, his leg's chopped up.
When you find a weakness in a fighter, you keep going there.
He switched his stance again. Let's see if it helps.
I wouldn't be surprised if Wakeling goes high with a head kick, though.
He should.
Because he's chopping him down, and Walker's thinking so much about that low kick that Wakeling could score a fantastic head kick knockout if he has one in his tricks. Walker jumps back in, tries to land a kick to the body, and they clinch. Oh, 3 knockdowns in 1 round, and this fight is over. Why is it
1 round, 2? No, it's only 2 in this round, I think. So 1 in the first.
Well,
2 in the second. Either way, he's done.
You're right.
Either way, he's done. Devastating. And it was the thing his coaches were telling us about. He's really got to work on the leg kick. He's really got to learn to block it.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to switch stances to try to mix it up. Obviously, it wasn't enough.
Ooh. Eddie Walker's got to really learn to get that defense because everybody's going to go after that leg. But nonetheless, Stephen Wakeling comes out here and pitches a complete shutout.
And he did it with the low leg kick and some nice hand work, great patience, great timing. Walker definitely overmatched in this. Wakeling taking his time, working on the spot that he knew was weak, and that was the ability to block the leg kick. Eddie Walker comes a long way on his road to glory. He was the finalist in Los Angeles, was such an exciting fighter. They brought him here and gave him a glory contract. He's got a lot to learn in the glory ring, but he's off to a pretty good start here. It's a bum his leg got so chopped up. Stephen Wakeling, very happy with the result.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 38 seconds in round number 2. He is the winner by way of knockout from Beckenham and Kent, Stephen the Surgeon Wakeling.
Stephen, that was complete domination with Muay Thai skill, and I noticed you got a couple trick little knees in there. Were you thinking about a head kick knockout there in the second round?
I know he was injured with the leg, so I was just working my way through to get back to the leg.
And what do you think is next for you now that you've defeated Eddie Walker? Who would you like to fight?
Anybody in the 85 kilogram in glory.
Where do you think you stand in that ranking?
I'll be at the top by the end of next year.
Let's hear it for him one more time. The surgeon, Stephen Wakeling.
Stephen Wakeling competes his first time at 85 kilos, moving up, very confident at this weight, was able to cut down the smaller American leg kicks. Walker gets chopped down. Welcome to glory, my friend. Ow!
That's such a harsh reality.
Well, that's the way the game is played.
Well, I got to tell you, they didn't do Eddie Walker any favors by putting him in with a legacy of Muay Thai champions in the family, let alone him. Stephen Wakeling definitely takes care of business here.
And now for the ninth fight, Warren Stevens versus Albert Rice.
My name is Albert Krause. They call me the Hurricane. My name is Warren Stevens. I'm from South Africa. I fought a lot in the world. I fought the best fighters in the world. When I'm fit, I'm the best in the world. It's an honor to fight in the ring. He's a good fighter. I always go for the knockout, hard punches. I'm going to give the audience a great fight. People haven't seen the less of Albert Krause. What's your name? Okay.
In the blue corner, from South Africa,
Warren Shaka Zulu Stevelmans, residing in the Holland area. A few years ago, it might have been easy to write Stevelmans off as a journeyman, many times coming in last minute to replace an injured fighter, only to lose a spirited contest. But this persistent man from South Africa is coming off a career resurgence that has him on the verge of cracking the top tier of the sport, with back-to-back wins over tough competition like Bobby Soor Udomson and Jabbar Askarov. He's ready to take on Albert Kraus.
Yeah, when Stevelman steps in there, watch for his straight right. He says it's his best punch. He follows that with a counter left hook, and he always finishes with kicks.
Albert, the Hurricane Kraus. He got that nickname from Peter Schmidt, the original Hurricane, when he gave him R.I.P. Mr. Schmidt. And Albert started boxing at 14, switched to kickboxing at 17, first amateur fight in 1997, and he is the very first fighter at 154 kilos to win the World Grand Prix.
And with Albert Kraus, watch his left hook. Don't blink. Tail of the tape, Kraus enjoys a slight height advantage. If he can keep that range and keep Stevelman's power punches at bay, I think he can win this match.
And let's send it up to the very classy Jimmy Lennon Jr. to get things started.
All right, fans, here we go. Lightweights in the ring, brought to you by Glory Sports International. Presented to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing solid black trunks. He weighed in at 69.1 kilos. With a record of 64 wins, 16 losses, and 1 draw, he has 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the venerable kickboxing champion from South Africa, introducing Warren Shaka Zulu Stevelmans. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner on my left. Entering the ring wearing multicolored trunks, he weighed in at 69.9 kilos. His veteran record includes 72 wins, 15 losses, and 3 draws, with 43 wins coming by way of knockout. From the Netherlands, here is the respected kickboxing veteran and the hard-hitting Glory number 5 ranked lightweight contender, introducing Albert, the Hurricane Kraus. Once they were scheduled 3 3-minute rounds, our referee in charge, Bufadel El Ghazaoui.
Albert Kraus wearing an armband with a diamond on it, no doubt a tribute to the late great legend who recently passed away, Romo Deckers. And here we go, round number 1. Stevelman in the black briefs and Kraus in the multicolored trunks. Kraus moving forward, going for the body shot. Stevelman chopping with that left kick.
Kraus, very strong position, totally flat-footed. He's looking for power punching. There it is, rip, rip.
Originally, Kraus was supposed to fight Andy Risty, but Risty had visa issues and couldn't make it into the country in time. So Warren Stevelman, who was further down the crowd, got bumped up. And I think it's a good matchup for him because the way he fights, theoretically, he's such a hustler. He could present problems for Kraus, but Kraus is on a hot streak right now, having just won a 3-man tournament in China where he knocked out every one of his opponents to win the Wu Lin Fang 70-kilogram tournament, and that was New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2012.
Stievelman's using good mobility and ring position. He also keeps switching stance, trying to mix the game up a little bit.
And he's catching Kraus with an occasional low kick, but Kraus is really doing some good work with punching combinations. This is the sharpest I've seen Kraus in a while.
Yeah, he looks nice and tight. Hands are relaxed.
Sometimes when you're a veteran of 90 fights, as Albert Kraus is, there comes a thing where you've got to battle being flat.
Well, that's one of the things that Kraus says it's been bugging him so much. People are always asking him if his best days are behind him, if he's past it, if he's over it. He's accomplished so much.
Good right hand by Kraus. Stievelman swinging wild with that right hook, but Stievelman is basically seems to, good combination by the Shaka Zulu. But Kraus is walking him down.
Yeah, he's walking him down, and he's in a very powerful stance.
And less than 1 minute left. Kraus did some good work to the body with that left hook. Good low kick by Kraus. Kraus with a short right hand over the top. Stievelman firing back.
Stievelman's favorite combination. Left, right, body, uppercut. See if we can get those 4 shots out.
And Kraus switches again, his stance. Good right hook to the body with a right uppercut. Classic Mike Tyson.
Yeah, and those punches are getting through.
Good counter there by Stievelman to the leg. And Stievelman lands a good left hand to Kraus. But Kraus comes back, blasting with a kick-punch combination. Stievelman ending the round with a good straight left. Seemed like Kraus was the sharper, though.
I think Kraus took that round, mainly because he was walking forward. His shots were a little crisper. He was hitting high and low.
Yeah.
I think Stievelman might have won the kicking game, but it didn't seem like a lot of damage was done behind that.
Stievelman had a lot of backward motion, which doesn't look good because the aggressive fighter usually gets the points.
Yeah, and here's Stievelman teeing off and landing a great straight left to the body. But see, Albert Kraus, he's marching him down, coming right back, reaching that jab out there. Stievelman, nice combo. There's that shot to the body again. It's beautiful handwork. But Kraus is marching him down. Look at that, hook the body, uppercut. And then he waits for him to come back out. Albert Kraus, it seems like he's in total control of this game.
One of the judges had it a 10-10 round, and the other judges had it for Albert Kraus. So 4-1 for Albert Kraus, taking round number 1. And here we get set for round number 2. And it's on. They touch gloves. Stievelman in the blue gloves and Kraus in the red gloves. Stievelman comes in with a nice right hook, but Kraus fires back.
Kraus is so solid. He's just staying right in stance. Oh, but he took a shot right there.
Yes, he did. I think, if anything, Kraus is susceptible to Stievelman's left hand. Kraus coming over the top with an overhand right.
Wow.
And Stievelman coming back with a 1-2-3 low kick combination.
Nice flow of work right there.
It seems to be a question of power, Frank.
Yeah.
Because Kraus just marches forward and will take Stievelman's shots thus far. Hasn't been wobbled and walked right through them and deliver the heavier shots, get Stievelman's walking back.
Yeah, and you see when they get in those exchanges, Stievelman goes backwards for the most part. Unless he's throwing combos. He got hit right there on the counter. Big right-hand shot.
Big left hook. Albert Kraus coming forward, landing bombs. Going to the body. This is the sweet science, Frank Shamrock.
Yes, it is, and it's beautiful. Kraus uppercut. Hook.
Kraus in complete control.
Stievelman comes back.
There we go. Just ruled a slip. Kraus has got Stievelman's number right now. Stievelman's still in the fight, firing back. But Kraus is not affected at all. but Stiebelman is affected by Albert Krause's offense. Look at that left hook to the body.
Krause is doing great work to the body.
He's not going to be able to take that because eventually Krause is going to load up on that punch.
Yep.
Look at this. Body shots. A glory thing. Boom.
And he's taking his time. He's pumping. He's reaching around the backside. He's quick popping the liver and moving on. This is very methodical work by Albert Krause.
The mouthpiece goes out for Stiebelman's.
That was courtesy of Krause. A little short right hand right on the button.
Stiebelman just can't stop the forward punching motion of Albert Krause right now, or he can't defend the body shots.
I think it's the body shots that are starting to rip him up real bad.
Stiebelman might want to think about throwing a knee up the center every time Albert Krause is down for a body shot like that. He doesn't have to clinch, just throw the knee. And there's a knee.
When Stiebelman was on his bicycle and he was kicking and moving, he was doing well.
Oh, Krause with an umpteen punch combination there. Krause not even loading up, just landing punches.
Albert Krause reaching in, ripping the guts of Stiebelman, following up with combinations. Some of these are blocked, but half of them are getting through, and the big ones are hitting the body and the chin, like those 4 punches that just got through. Albert Krause putting on a boxing clinic, totally controlling the position and the game, constantly reaching over and ripping the guts out of Warren Stiebelman. Those are the kind of shots that seize your whole body up, take all your energy away. Look at him shoe shining his guts right here.
I was just going to say, total shoe shine, 10-9 round across the board. Every judge agreed. Albert Krause got 2 in the bank. Warren Stiebelman needs at least a 10-8 round to make this into a draw and go to a 4th round. Otherwise, he's going to lose this fight. The last round was not competitive. Last round was a situation where Krause didn't do so much damage that it was a 10-8 round, didn't put Stiebelman's down, but Stiebelman landing a good left hand there. Warren's starting to load up, and that's what he's got to do. But honestly, I think Krause should load up too, because if he's landing punches on the button to Stiebelman's, why not load up and try and knock him out? Maybe he has a lot of respect for Stiebelman's chin. Because Stiebelman has only been stopped twice in his whole career, once by TKO and once by KO. I'd like to thank our technical information specialist, John O'Regan, for our elaborate notes.
That guy rocks.
He really does.
Oh, nice front kick by Albert Krause.
Good low kick. Getting into the problematic area there known as the groin.
Krause just pushing him in the corner.
But Stiebelman trying to come up the middle with his own uppercut. There's another low kick, meaning a groin kick, but didn't stop the action. Krause pounding away. You know, Krause is just using this like a speed bag workout. Yep. It's like he's working his speed bag.
Short, tight, clean punches.
Stiebelman's got to give him reason to be threatened.
Or go back to that push kick or something.
Yeah.
He's kicking around, but it's not stopping the forward move to Albert Krause.
Yeah, he's going for that back leg of Krause. And now Krause throws a kick.
Well, Stiebelman be good to go up high. He needs to get a knockdown or a knockout here. Krause just marching forward, tearing the guts out of Stiebelman.
And 1 minute left. Stiebelman needs a miracle here to win this fight. A knockout would do the trick. Easier said than done when you're facing a legend like Albert Hurricane Krause. 45 seconds. Stiebelman tries his best, but just comes up short as he just cannot block the punches of Albert Krause.
And even when they go punch for punch or combination for combination, Krause is just so outgunning him.
But Krause hasn't really rocked him yet.
No, he hasn't hurt him.
Steven's got a chin.
Got an iron chin.
Big time.
And he's starting to get wobbly here. Part of it's fatigue, and then part of it's his body's just been beat to heck.
There's that right hook. He switched to southpaw, getting work in, and then goes back to orthodox. Winding down to the wire. The end of round 3 is coming up. It's been all Albert Kraus. Warren Stiebelman has only done as much as to hang in there and stay on his feet. There's the respect. A one-sided fight for the man in the multicolored trunks and the red gloves, Albert Kraus.
Well, Warren Stiebelman came in here to try to break that moniker, the elite journeyman status. He wanted to be up in the top echelon. And Albert Kraus took him to the bank with punches, clean boxing, being aggressive, staying in front of him, mixing it up, punch, kick, knee. And when he let him go on the inside, it was short punches, lots of bunches, inside, outside, landing at least half of them, as well as staying confident and in position. Warren Stiebelman is just slowly getting tired, beat down, really didn't have a solution for the power of Albert Kraus. And here you can see him just losing the punching battle. Kraus going under that shot, hitting him twice in the body, coming up with an uppercut. All Albert Kraus here. Looks like he's hitting the speed bag. Warren Stiebelman's just had the fight taken out of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. Our panel of 5 judges at the total point score of 150 to 136 in favor of the winner in the red corner, Albert the Hurricane Kraus.
I tell you, Warren can take a shot, huh?
Yeah, of course. I know he's a tough fighter. I really take him that he wanted to take the fight with me because my opponent was not able to come. So much of respect for Warren, of course, that he wanted to fight to me. But I'm for sure not the same as his original opponent. So for him it was a good opportunity to fight for me, and I was fit and I'm very professional. So if I get another fighter, then I can change my my things and do another way of style fighting. And I want to dedicate my fight to Ramon Dekker. The best out, left mount. And I feel very sorry for him and his family because he was, before I ever saw Ramon Dekker, he was a great idol for me. I've never seen him, I only heard his name. And I didn't know which face by the fighter fit, but afterwards I know him very well, and he was the best fighter and the most beautiful style fighter in the whole world. And he'll never be a second one again.
A great tribute to a great champion from another great champion. One more time, let's hear it for him, Albert Hurricane Kraus.
Kraus reveling in his victory. Of course, taking a moment to dedicate this fight to a legend, Mr. Dekkers. You know, his passing was very sad for our sport. But the fight goes on. And the Hurricane did everything he wanted to do in this fight. Punches and bunches. He shoe-shined the guts. He ripped kidneys. He did everything he wanted to do. People have been talking about Albert Kraus. Maybe his best years are behind him. I don't know. That was an amazing performance. Clean, very precise. He was never hurt. Took no damage. Just stayed confident, consistent, and punching in bunches.
Albert Kraus gets things done here with a dominating unanimous decision and definitely wants another shot at Giorgio Petrosian.
going to be one hell of a fight. If you blink, you'll miss a great straight-heel knockout. Fight the glory, fight through you.
Stone Cold Steve Moxon. Moxon only started training 6 years ago at the tender age of 18, so he is technically a natural. He's a very easygoing bloke, as they say. Typical Australian with a good sense of humor, and he's got no bad blood against Watson, but he is the puncher in this clash of styles tonight. Fighting out of Leeds, England, Jordan Watson started training Muay Thai in his hometown of, at 6 years old. And he had a junior career and fought over 70 fights and won 8 junior titles.
Yeah, and watch the leg kicks from this guy. They're absolutely devastating. Also watch the quick kick to the dome from a stationary stance. He's got quite a few knockouts with that one. Tail the tape, Watson enjoys a small advantage in height and a few more fights. So I would say on paper, this fight favors Watson.
And this is our co-main event of the evening, and let's send it up to Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
All right, guys, here we go. Glory Sports International present a special attraction in the lightweight division, our semi-main event of the evening. Introducing you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks. He weighed in at 70.5 kilos. His record stands at 31 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw, with 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the knockout artist from Australia, the former WKF middleweight world champion, the hard-hitting Stone Cold Steve Moxon. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner in this 3-round attraction, wearing white trunks with black and red trim. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 70.5 kilos. His record includes 31 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw, with 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Currently ranked the Glory number 5 lightweight contender. Please welcome the former ISKA lightweight world champion from Leeds in England, introducing Jordan Watson. Once again, we have 3 3-minute rounds scheduled. A referee in charge, Mufadel El Ghazaoui.
Listen, guys, no news, no elbow, no headbutt, no policing, okay? Okay, good luck.
This is a fight kickboxing fans around the world have been buzzing about since it was announced. Australia has produced so many great fighters. Jeff Fennick, Paul Briggs, and the UK is a hometown of some of the absolute greatest. And they come right out, don't they, Frank?
Oh, yeah. Well, you see Moxon leading with punches. You know, he's also a pro boxer, and he loves the sweet science of boxing and footwork.
Moxon ending with a low kick there in that punch combination. But Watson seemed to feel very, very confident.
Wow.
That was a nice little trip there. Moxon smothering Watson's kicking defense momentarily, pinning him against the ropes.
Yeah, Watson's got to get to them leg kicks. He'll need the range and distance to do it, though. This is not a punch-for-punch battle.
No. Moxon just got a warning from the referee about holding, because the good game plan would be punch, 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 hold him up against the ropes. That way you don't eat any kicks from the outside, like that.
Moxon, nice little knee up the center there.
Yeah.
He's feeling his confidence, seeing those punches now.
Yeah, Watson stepping with a long knee to the breadbasket. Another long knee.
You just got to be careful he doesn't walk into something.
Yeah. It's like he's imploring Stone Cold Steve Moxon to throw a punch so he can deliver a knee. I love it when there's a stylistic clash like this. Oh, good left kick to the body by Jordan Watson. Watson with that skipped left knee is a problem right now for Steve Moxon.
And he's really feeling the range. You see him drop his hands, lift his head up.
Yeah.
He can see the punches coming.
Moxon, yeah, good left hook and then an overhand right by Moxon. No pushing. We knew that this fight was going to get down and dirty because their techniques are so different.
Anytime you match the, puncher versus kicker guy, it's just danger waiting to happen. There's those kicks.
That's without the switch. As we wind down in round number one, Moxon started strong early, but
nice.
Watson has really come in and landed probably the cleaner shots, maybe.
Well, I think he's also figured out that Moxon ain't going to kick him.
Yeah.
And Jordan Watson is feeling confident in his corner.
Yes, he is, because he ended that round with a 1-2-3 knee combination.
Yeah, and Moxon is letting the hands go, and you see every once in a while he lets the kicks go, but it's mainly just hands. And maybe that's why he's not kicking. They got Trone there for doing it. Quick knee to the body right there. That one hurt a lot. Watson landing a couple of those as he marches forward, and he's seeing all these punches. He's totally got the range of Steve Moxon now. Moxon's gonna have to switch it up and find a new way to get inside, because that one hurt. Yeah. That knee to the body, you saw his eyes wince. That one hurt.
Yeah, but that right hand hurt Watson right there.
He paid for it, but going backwards, he doesn't have the power. That's why Watson's walking through it. He knows he doesn't have the power going backwards.
That's a great point.
Judges are split.
Only split on one, because we got a 4-1 for Watson. One judge thought Steve Moxon won the fight. Moxon comes out with a kick which is checked. Moxon wanting to get on the inside and blast away to the head with those punches.
Yeah, he told me he was gonna, left, right, counter left, and end with kicks. And so far, Moxon has not been finishing with kicks. He started this round doing it.
But now he's walking into kicks. Oh.
Tried to throw him.
Yeah, somebody almost went down there. Watson kicking with a right-left combination, not a lot of power. Moxon coming in brawling, and they clinch.
Those big kicks, though, they keep you honest. You gotta keep your hands up, you gotta keep your body protected.
It's that knee on the inside, that switch left knee.
Yep.
That's doing such good work for Watson. Oh, flying knee, which basically caught Moxon, and then Watson landed a good right uppercut. Moxon is really getting thrown out of his rhythm here.
Oh, beautiful kick. That's that stationary left kick I was telling you about. It just flies up.
Yeah, Stone Cold is getting wild here. And not in a good way. He's missing some shots. And Frank, when you kick those arms over and over, it hurts.
It hurts. They get heavy.
Hard to hold them up.
Hard to hold them up.
Yeah, there it is again. Moxon tried a throw there, but the ropes prevented it. Actually, throws are not legal in Glory.
No throws or trips or sweeps.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 with the right knee by Watson, piling up more points. Less than 1 minute left here in round number 2.
Watson doing a great job of smothering Moxon's punches, taking all the power out of him, pushing him backwards so he's got no base.
I like the fact that they fought a little bit in the clinch there. Moxon landing a right hand to the body, but he hasn't been able to really stifle the rhythm, the timing, or the stance of Watson. Now,
Watson got his back there for a minute.
Yeah, really, I was going to take a rear naked choke, Frank. We're going to go into a whole nother beast.
Watson, keep that front kick going, and that knee. They're gorgeous.
Yeah, now, Moxon is landing, but a lot of those are being shielded because Jordan Watson is putting his arm up.
Yeah, and Moxon's throwing a little wide. He's loading up on him.
Yeah, he's
getting pretty easy to see.
Yeah, he's getting too wild here. He's too outside.
Oh, Jordan Watson flying across the UK cage tonight. He's got a barrel full of tricks, and that one was about as close a shave as you want in any match. There's a double kick inside into the body. Stationary, but always ready to fight. A little head clenching, some body work here. Those knees were all landing a bit, kind of blocked, but they were the positive. Moxon was not getting anything out of that. He was just getting kneed in the gut.
As I said before, I'm glad that they got to fight in the clinch a little bit because that's one of Watson's strengths. And a Muay Thai fighter, to get to a puncher. And here we go, it's unanimous this time. Jordan Watson is basically leading in this fight, and Stone Cold Steve Moxon needs minimum 1, possibly 2 knockdowns to get into this to a draw or to win it.
Moxon coming right back, but following with a kick this time, something I'm hoping he's going to do in the rest of this round. Oh!
Good right hand by Moxon.
It looked like it hurt him.
Moxon's got to land that punch again. That overhand right should be his preferred punch right now. If he can get Watson moving back again, because Watson's standing there on the outside, he could do that, throw that left kick. It's that overhand right. He's coming out too wide, Frank, like you said earlier.
He's winding up with it, and it's too easy to see. If he just covered it with something, relaxed a little bit, he could sneak it right in there. Yeah, Watson's chin's up, and his head's right there.
Yeah, Stone Cold might want to just straighten that right hand out a little bit. Oh, on the inside, Moxon did a good shot, but just winning a technical round here is not going to do it. He's got to really do damage and score at least a knockdown to get into this fight. Less than 2 minutes left here in the final, theoretical final, third round. Stone Cold Steve Moxon in the black trunks, and Jordan Watson from the UK in the white and fire trunks. I'm Stephen Quadros alongside Frank Shamrock. You're watching Glory 5 from the XL Arena in London, England. Good right hand by Moxon, but it didn't even faze Jordan Watson.
Because once again, he's falling backwards. He's leaning backwards as he does it. He's not set.
Oh, good low kick by Watson.
High level angle changes here.
Battle of the jabs. Moxon lands that right hand, but it didn't have a lot of power on it. So it's actually a close round with less than a minute left. Probably Moxon's best round, but I don't know that he's necessarily winning though, because he's missing too many shots.
I mean, he's mixing it up.
Yeah.
And he's trying some new stuff.
Yeah.
But I think Jordan's a little far ahead, and he's got that kick range down.
Moxon needs to land that big right hand. Look at this, Mike Tyson 101, right?
You're looking for a way in.
Yeah.
Got to lead with a jab.
Got the hands up, bob. Got to throw that bomb though.
20 seconds left in round 3.
Moxon's got to go for gusto here. He's got 10 seconds left.
Yeah, I think Watson's just going to walk him out. Stay safe.
Hail Mary, full of grace. There it is, but it missed. End of round number 3. Steve Moxon and that man there, Jordan Watson, fought to a possible decision.
Well, we billed it as a kicker versus a puncher, and it most certainly was. Moxon, of course, doing all the punching, throwing just huge haymakers. Some of them getting inside, most of them glancing. Jordan Watson finding the range, completely understanding it, even mocking Moxon a little bit, showing him that the punches don't hurt and that he's okay. But what a fight. Well contested. Jordan Watson right here in his hometown puts on a tremendous performance. Confident the whole time, landing big knees and body shots at will.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. A panel of 5 judges have a total score of 147 to 139 in favor of the winner. In the red corner, Jordan Watson.
Jordan, how tough was it? Like all Australians, really tough. Yeah, big shots, big hands. So I'm trying to avoid them at all costs. I've seen him knock loads of people out. So I knew we did this all the time, so I tried to work with my knees. Quite short with me, so I thought it worked well, and they did. So my training paid off. Thanks to my coach, Richard Smith, and all my stable mates back up with it.
Are you surprised that he held up to those knees to the body? Because a lot of those left knees caught him in the sweet spot.
Yeah, well, like I felt him going a couple of times. And I thought, you know what I mean, a lot of regular fighters would be on the floor. But Steve's a tough guy. He kept on coming 3 rounds, solid. So hats off to him, really.
What do you want next in Glory?
I'd like to fight in Japan, just on the next show. I'd just like him to keep coming back. I hope I put on a good show, you know, the English crowd, all people get sport. All my friends are back with the league. So yeah, I'm going to keep entertaining, keep going. I hope we get back.
He took care of business for you. Let's hear it one more time. He's your boy, Jordan Watson.
There we go, backstage with Tyrone Spong, fighting in our main event. Moving up from 85 kilograms for the very first time, he takes on that man, Remy Bonjowski, the Flying Gentleman, the Flying Dutchman, model superstar. Does he still have what it takes? We'll find out in just a minute.
Earlier this month, we lost one of kickboxing's greatest legends. For more on that, let's send it back up to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if I could have your attention for an important moment as we pause to recognize the recent passing of a legend of kickboxing. Truly one of the sport's all-time greats, Ramon Dekkers recently passed away at the young age of 43. Having captured the Muay Thai world title an unprecedented 8 times, he was a beloved pioneer of kickboxing, an inspiration to many, and he will be dearly, dearly missed. Tonight, Glory dedicates this event in his name. And at this time, I'd like to ask you to please be upstanding and remain silent as our timekeeper tolls 10 in honor of the fallen champion, Ramon the Diamond Dekkers.
will give Tyrone Spong the toughest fight you ever had?
Remy is one of the all-time greats. He's a legend in the sport. My intentions are always that I want to knock somebody out, so that's what I'm going to try and do.
My flying knee is going to take Tyrone Spong out.
I got knockouts everywhere, in my hands and my feet, so I'm an all-round knockout artist.
I never fought in London, and I think London's a great city. I'm going to kick some ass.
Tyrone, the king of the ring, Spong. In 2000, he turned pro at the age of 18, and he won 12 fights in that 1 year. And he's a very aggressive fighter, always pushes the pace, smothered the great Peter Arts when they fought, and then crashed Peter Arts and burned him with a big punch combination.
Spong has knockout power in both hands. He also has knockout power in both feet. He's currently training and has been training in mixed martial arts, just made his debut in MMA at the World Series of Fighting. This guy is a real combat sports athlete. He'll fight anybody, anytime. Trains with Rashad Evans, trains with heavyweight UFC superstar Alistair Overeem. This man means business. They don't call him the king of the ring for nothing.
Remy, the Flying Gentleman Bunyaski, is a veteran of 108 fights. Flying knees, jump roundhouse kicks. In place, the flying knee, the way most people use a jab, works as a model on the side and always stays sharply dressed. And his last outing, last time we saw him in glory, was on December 31st, 2012. And it was a rough night for him. He said it was the worst night of his career. He barely made a decision against Philippe Verlinden and then lost a decision to newcomer Jamal Ben-Sadiq.
Bunyaski's been around the game a long time, and like you said, Stephen, with 104 fights, the question is, what's left? What's left in Bunyaski? What's left to accomplish, and does he still have that hunger that made him the greatest on the planet? The big number to look at here on the tail of the tape is the 10 years that Spong is the junior of Remy Bunyaski. Does the young lion take control of this pride, or will Bunyaski stay the king?
And for our main event, let's send it up to Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the XL Arena here in London for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Glory Sports International. And tonight's bouts are directed under the auspices of the Glory World Federation. All right, fans, here we go with the Glory 5 main event. 3 Introducing you first, on my right, he'll be fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black and white trunks. He weighed in at 102 kilograms. Originally from Suriname, now fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, in the United States, and Amsterdam. His outstanding record includes 85 wins, 5 losses, with 56 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the young kickboxing superstar known as the King of the Ring, introducing and his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with white trim. He weighed in at 103.5 kilos. Hailing from the Netherlands, his career spans 108 fights, including 98 wins, 10 losses, and 36 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 3-time World Grand Prix champion and one of kickboxing's all-time greats, introducing the flying gentleman, and the referee in charge now to give instructions, Jop Ubeda.
Okay, fighters, I want a clean fight. You know the rules. No headbutts, no elbows, no clinch in the lower back. After make a ombreden break, stop op je al, oké? If it's a good fight, shake hands and watch the back.
Right away we see the height advantage that Bunyaski has over Spong. Both men have extremely strong corners. There's Ivan Hippolyte giving last-minute instructions. One of the great trainers in Holland, and of course, Tyrone Spong has Rob Kamen and Rashad Evans, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, in his corner, and Spong presses forward. We pretty much know that Spong is going to want to throw some punches, but he landed a good left low kick there.
Yeah, that's what Bunyaski said. He said he's lost his speed in kicking now. He's mostly just a puncher now that he's a bigger man. He said he's going to kick the puncher.
Well, we're seeing Bunyaski throw a lot of kicks right off the bat, and a left kick landed upside the right arm of Spong. Good, right? That's a beautiful left front kick by Spong, right up the middle. It landed perfectly.
Nice counter.
It's a perfect sweep move. Spong. Oh,
nice work.
Beautiful punch combination to the body and then to the head by Tyrone Spong. Spong keeping Bunyaski trapped in the corner momentarily with 2 minutes left here in round number 1. There's the leg grab again. We're gonna, you know, Spong is, hopefully he doesn't get a point deduction for doing that, hopefully, because this is not an MMA fight.
Oh, you can't hold the foot, though.
Yeah. You can grab it and hold it for a second.
Yeah.
But then you have to let go or do something.
Yeah, you got to counter immediately.
Yeah.
Nice kick for kick. Spong doing some nice inside leg kicks, round kicks there. Just almost took the legs out from Bunyaski. Spong using that kick quite well, and the hands.
It's a 1-2-3 with that liver shot to end things for Spong. Spong has been a sharp puncher, 1 minute left. Bunyaski hasn't been able to find his distance or his rhythm yet here in round number 1.
Well, Bunyaski said he was going to feel him out in round number 1, and number 2 he was going to go for it. I don't know if he's felt him out yet, because it looks like Spong's coming on.
Well, he's felt his punches, that's for sure. Spong is just a sharper fighter right now. Playing the waiting game.
Yeah.
Spong with some head movement, standing on the outside, probably confident that he's got the round in the bag. But Remy Bunyaski is very hard to finish. Got one of the greatest defenses in the game. Bunyaski blasting away with a right roundhouse kick to the body, then the left.
Spong marches him down.
Spong there getting advice from his corner. Probably the advice would be do the same thing in round two,
Yeah,
because
that's what I tell him.
Yeah, because he kept his distance, picked his shots, landed his combinations.
I like his aggressiveness and his forward movement. That was a beautiful teep kick that tasted some toast. Bunyaski eating some toenails right there. Beautiful shot, well-timed, lifted, pushed it straight out, and then waiting for the counter punch. Totally in range. Spong's got a great look in his eye. He's very focused, and he's kicking a lot more than we thought he would be.
Spong unanimously took round number one with our 5 judges. Bunyaski knows he's got to get things started here in round number 2. Remy Bunyaski in the red gloves, Tyrone Spong in the blue gloves. Spong leading 1 round heading here into number 2.
Well, Bunyaski told me he'd go for it in this round. He'd kick, and then try to knock him out. Nice.
A beautiful low kick, almost a sweep. Bunyaski in trouble up against the ropes.
Spong doing something very clever, holding the foot up on his arm instead of just holding it.
2 of our greatest heavyweights here in glory.
Wow.
We've got more great heavyweights coming at you. April 6th, Gokhan Saki comes in to face Daniel Gita, and that's the number 2 and number 3 heavyweights in glory in Istanbul, April 6th. Don't miss it. GloryWorldSeries.com. The pay-per-view will be available. Bunyaski peppering with a jab. Because further down the road, Frank, both these men are thinking, well, where am I going to stand in the rankings? Where am I going to stand in that heavyweight Grand Slam tournament? Oh, my Lord!
Massive right hand sends Bunyaski sleeping through the bottom rope. He's not moving.
Tyrone Spong has knocked out Remy Bunyaski here in round number 2.
Spong's punching power comes through. Bunyaski said he would kick the puncher, said he would knock him out in the second round, but instead falls victim to a massive right hand that sends him careening through the bottom rope.
Bunyaski just could never get out of first gear in the first and second round. Tyrone Spong stayed patient, stayed relaxed, endured whatever Bunyaski had, and then finished the job here in round number 2.
And here is the final seconds with Spong holding that range. He took a quick knee there, but that chopping round right, it went around the gloves of Bunyaski and caught him right on the chin and crumbled him straight to the canvas. Here it is again. Bunyaski trying to smother him, brings that knee up, which landed right on the chin, but boom, gets hit instead, right on the button for it, and had no recovery for it. This was a knee to the chin, followed by a good night, Irene. Tyrone Spong moving up in weight. Looks like he has even more punching power.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes and 2 seconds in round number 2. He is the winner by way of knockout, the king of the ring, Tyrone Spong.
Tyrone, you came right in there, you're very relaxed. Were you surprised that he wasn't able to hurt you at all before you put him away?
No. I put in a lot of work, hard work. So I wasn't surprised. I just took my time. I had 3 rounds and I took it easy. Yeah.
This was a big win for you because you took out another 3-time World Grand Prix champion, having beaten Peter Arce in your last kickboxing match. Now do you have eyes on a bigger prize and maybe Semi Shoat?
That's right. You know, I like challenges and I'm just looking forward to fight the best. So give me Semi, give me whoever.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, he is the king of the ring. Please, one more time, Tyrone Star.
I want to thank Glory for giving me this big fight. Good contract. Glory is the best organization. I'm representing Suriname, a country with a lot of big champions, a lot of potential. So thank you all. En Sranam Disnagiu. Thank you very much.
Remy, how tough was that?
It was really tough. I mean, 3-year absence, 3 fights. It's hard when you're 37 and trying to make a comeback. But all the credits to Tyron. He did a good job. He's young, he's fresh. Came from the same country as I, so from Suriname, so that's why he must be strong. But I wanted to win this fight, but couldn't happen.
It's a tough road in Glory, as you know. I mean, you've been in the game a long time. Where do you go from here?
I don't know yet. I mean, it's hard to make a good comeback. My comeback has been rocky. I've done my best. I've done everything, but my body says it's hard. Yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll see you again. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, Remy, the fine gentleman who lost you.
So tonight we see a passing of the guard as Tyrone Spong lands the big shot right to the chin of Remy Bunyowski, putting him down. The former champion obviously dejected.
That's a
tired.
You know, Frank,
questioning his future.
Yeah, exactly, because I was wondering, was he going to retire? But like I said to him, it doesn't get any easier. You got, you know, Gita versus Saki coming up on April 6th in Istanbul. We've got so many. We've got the Grand Slam tournament down the road here in 2013. Semi Shoat is the champion, and everybody knows he's the man right now. So Tyrone Spong, but he's said that he would really like to face Semi Shoat, but boy, that would be a big guy to face.
That would be so huge. And Spong now coming off 2 knockouts of 2 distinct legends from 2 different styles completely. I mean, Tyrone Spong is really sitting on top of the world right now.
Yeah, we would like to thank everybody for watching Glory 5 from here in the XL Arena in London. Be sure to catch us on www.gloryworldseries.com for Glory 6. And that's Gokhan Saki versus Daniel Gita. I'd like to thank our executives in charge, Pierre Anderon, Marcus Luer, Andrew Whitaker, and our Glory Founding Fathers, Cor Hemmers, Bas Boone, Martijn de Jong. I'm Stephen Quadros. I am the Fight Professor, along with my broadcast partner, Frank Shamrock. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.